Oh man. So back into Oblivion. Like I said, we are very much still in Leyawiin. We've explored a decent bit of this cool place, this cool little place. There's more to explore, obviously, but we get to venture around in some of. I haven't been to the chapel yet, and I haven't been. Oh, that's probably LS for Bruma. That's probably pointing us outside. So we have not been to these places of business. Haven't been to the chapel yet. This guy right here, the Great Chapel. Haven't been to the castle, obviously. Although we did meet the Count, who was just wandering around his kingdom. Kingdom isn't, I guess, the right word, but his countdom, his land, his place, wandering around his stomping grounds. Usually, in my experience, you typically see counts and countesses, mostly within their castle. Every once in a while, they might be, you know, escorted by an entourage out and about, but he was just wandering like broad daylight. It wasn't like they were like closing up shop. He was just chilling. So maybe he's a man of the people. Maybe that's what he's all about. But anyway, so we still got more to explore, and we will continue with that. However, I got excited because we found the Fighters Guild, obviously, and my super hobbit super senses are telling me that that right there is the Mages Guild. So, but yeah, let's just kind of poke around here. I do appreciate the architecture, and that each city, I would say for the most part, if not entirely, has like pretty gosh darn unique architecture from city to city. This one for sure unique compared to Anvil and Cheydinhal. I mean, a lot of them are very, I don't know how to say this, I guess just European designs. You know, you could see this. Well, I'll say this much: when I played GeoGuessr, and if I were playing GeoGuessr and I saw this right now, I would think, Germany, Austria, like I would think like that part of Europe. And of course, Anvil evokes more like coastal areas, obviously. But I think it's still pretty neat, though. Here's the porter.
A pleasure to speak with you.
Who never, you know, has anything particularly thrilling for us, but he's always there. You can always rely on a porter in the Fighters Guild, ready to repair your stuff, and sometimes like follow you around very creepily. It's just kind of what they do sometimes. And then of course, oh, you know what just occurred to me is I have not been doing the bingo. Yeah, see this guy? This guy just kind of like slinking up next to us very, very subtly. I think he likes us. I have not been doing the bingo cards because, well, in my defense, the last couple of the streams prior to last stream, I think 2 or 3 of them, we've had it where the stream ended because Windows got suplexed by an Oblivion crash or something. So that has been more or less my excuse. What is it? Here, I need to include that in the title too. I keep forgetting about these things. I need to make this part of the new norm, as we say. So I think it's Bingo Oblivion, not Bingo Oblivion, although I was tempted to just share the O. But yeah, that guy right there. So let's update the title. And yeah, let's actually check the bingo card really quick. And we'll check it relative to yesterday's stream. Not today's stream. Today's stream is still fresh. But relative to yesterday's stream, the most recent true, honest and true full Oblivion stream. Let's see how we did and see if we get an extra bingo. So, of course, I went live yesterday. Did we see any outdoor bandits or highwaymen? I don't think so, oddly enough. We did travel from south of Cheydinhal to Leyawiin. I don't think we encountered a single bandit or highwayman. We did enter an Oblivion gate. We were actually already inside of it when the stream started yesterday, so it counts. Found something amazing that we couldn't use. Not really. I don't think so. Abandoned castle or keep. No, not yesterday, but we did the stream prior. Went until 1:30. Yes, sir. Hit by paralyzed. Yes, sir. No alien ruins. Did I break more than 3 lockpicks? I don't think I actually did. I think I did pretty good on lockpicks. NPC attacked us unprovoked. Yes. Drank a potion. Yes. Visited Daedric Shrine yesterday. Yes, we did that too. No blessings from boy shrines. Completed a guild quest. That is a good one. I think we did 2 streams ago, but not in yesterday's stream. I think by that point, not yesterday. Game did crash. So if well, yeah, the game did crash, sadly. Very hard. I did get this one. I remember making a note of that yesterday, which is exciting. Did not find a vampire yesterday. Did find Nernroot. We found like 4 Nernroot yesterday. Are you kidding me? That was nutty. We got 1 raid yesterday. Sold Stone Goods Defense. I did that. I did not contract a disease. I did get over encumbered. We witnessed, I would say, mild glitchy behavior. It wasn't ridiculous. But we saw some goofy physicsy nonsense. And just some oddities, for sure. What's up, Quirky Teacher? Good to see you, friend. Hit by silence, we did. We did not acquire any new spells yesterday. So, no bingos from yesterday. Again, this was yesterday's bingo card that I just forgot to follow up on yesterday. So we were fairly close here, and fairly close here, and here, actually. So, another case of a lot of marks on the board, but no hits. Well, I'll say this much. A lot of hits to battleships, but no sinkages, I suppose. So, not the worst. Not the worst we've ever done, but there it is. So, we'll check that now, and then at the end of this stream, if I remember to do so, I will, I'll have us check a fresh new bingo card with respect to, with respect to how things go here. This man is just snuggling up right up against me. I think we must smell really good. Or he can sense our alteration skills. It's interesting because sometimes when you are very well skilled in something, the NPCs will say very unique things like, "You stench of death. Have you been casting conjuration spells to conjure zombies and skeletons?" Or they might say, "The air around you feels charged. Have you been casting a lot of destruction skills?" So what do they see for alteration? "You look like you know alteration." Like, sometimes it's less creative than others, unfortunately. What I will do is I will crack this open, because each time we do so, it edges us closer and closer to the highly coveted level 50 skill of security, lockpicking and such. I think they still call it security in this game. Now, granted, this is just going to be replica, so it is truly just a replica. No value and no damage can be dealt with it, although it is very heavy, like a ebony warhammer would be. So it's accurate in that sense.
Greetings to you.
Entus.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
Tell me some rumors.
Who's on duty tonight? Oh, it's not me, is it?
Kind of a weird thing to say. I'm guessing he's somehow involved with the town guard.
Brodras of the Fighters Guild.
Brodras.
I don't do contracts much. Mostly, I'm a trainer. Heavy armor.
We've actually heard multiple NPCs talk about that.
The heavy armor, eh? Not every bossman sneaks around with bows and arrows. I'm as tough and beefy as any orc. Got it?
Classic short guy syndrome, man. I've seen it so many times. So many.
The dividing line is a good place to buy a sharp blade. Of course, you're likely to hear some of Tunzia's stories if you hang around.
Get some stories. Get some water, too. Oh, I'm always down to encourage hydration. Always a solid choice. Always a good decision. And good books. I mean, by this point in the game, I feel like we've read most common things. Things that are, commonly grant bonuses and nifty, hopeful points for things. Of course, I'll snag an Argonian account anytime I can find it, just because that's some quick dollars. Not like I'm struggling for quick dollars, honestly. 63,000 is pretty damn generous, I would say. So I think we're doing all right. And then we got, though that's £1 for 25. That's pretty dang good too. I'll take that too, actually. Kind of weird for the Fighters Guild to have a bunch of alchemical things. I don't typically think of Fighters Guilds as being alchemy-centric spots, but I also wouldn't take a Bosmer, a Wood Elf, as being a heavy armor lad, so true to form, this place is full of surprises. Wolf Queen. I'm pretty sure Wolf Queen has like the ability to grant bonuses for attributes. But again, we've already read that one, I'm pretty sure.
You've got a real bounce to your step.
Real bounce in your step.
Quite the acrobat.
Quite the acrobat. I think I'm just gonna assume that means he was staring at our ass, which that is the correct thing to do. It's correct to stare at our ass. It is the ethical choice. In fact, it is mandatory. Mandatory ass staring, pretty please.
You look like a bright one.
Oh, he compliments us. He says that we have a great ass, a great looking ass, and he thinks we look smart.
Hey, baby. You fancy
Hey,
some
baby.
training? Sharina's the name, and blades are the game.
That is if she is hitting on us, that's the strangest pickup line I've ever heard, but it somehow works.
Hey, you're the one that...
Hero of Kvatch, yep, that's me.
If you're looking to learn even more, experience is your best bet. If you want pointers, I hear that Alex Lincolia is somewhere in Cyrodiil.
Alex,
Don't
that's
tell me
almost a
you've never
dumb
heard of
name.
him.
Almost.
He's famous for his skill with a blade. And at his young age, he'll be a legend one day, mark my words. I heard that he was on his way to one of the southern provinces, seeking fame and fortune. Maybe trying in along the way, like Fairgill.
Sounds like a plan. And also, yeah, that's part of a quest. Now, we actually might hit this guy up at some point because our blade skill is all right, but could use still some more
You've
work.
got a lot to learn.
Because yeah, she cannot train us any higher, obviously. So, I think whenever we get a quest like that, that's basically the game saying if you need somebody that could train you up to master or expert level. Well, no, I think we're already at expert level, so beyond expert, then that's who you talk to.
Hi there.
Oh, there. An empty display case. We got to put something in there then. Something cool.
Have you heard any word about the other
And again, if my calculations are correct, I believe this is the final Fighters Guild locale. Much like how, for us to explore, that is. Much like how Mages Guild that we visit here will be the final Mages Guild up to but not including the Arcane University. This Arcane University is going to have, you know, its own stuff. Its own quests, I think. We also have the Orrery that we'll have available to us once we gain access to that cool place. Now that it has been repaired. Bloop. Actually, 1 or 2. I guess that's not an actual container then. Okay, it's just a shelf. Found some watermelons. I found the watermelon storage room. I'm not sure why you would need a pickaxe and shears for working with apples and oranges and watermelons, although these are large apples. Look at the size of this bastard. God damn, that's a big apple. Woo. That's like a Honeycrisp, man. Which, fun Alex fact, Honeycrisps are my favorite. Also, you should all be jealous because on Sunday, myself and Gracie and some of her family will be going apple picking. On Sunday, we have a number of very fun, I guess you would call them like apple picking farms around us. There's a brand of farms called Eckert's that is very common around here. That is very popular, rather. Popular and common around here. That hosts a number of like seasonal picking things throughout the year. They do like peaches and strawberries in the summer. They do what do they do? What do they do? Like obviously in the fall they do pumpkins and apples. In the spring they do like blackberries and just a few. I think strawberries might be like late spring, actually, like early summer. But anyway, yeah, they do lots of stuff throughout the year, which is nice. So that'll be a fun time.
A pleasure to speak with you.
Skasha.
Be seeing
Nobody has any quests for us yet. We actually learned the next quest that we will have for the Fighters Guild will be in Coral, actually. So the Fighters Guild seems like it is different compared to how the Mages Guild does it, where each Mages Guild location has one quest. It seems like instead each Fighters Guild location might have multiple quests, but you have to do them in a certain order. So you go to, I think in our case it was not Coral, but I think Skingrod first, followed by Cheydinhal, followed by Coral, and then after Coral we'll probably go to, I don't know, here, and then from here to Anvil. I don't know, like there's very much an order. Oh no, we did Anvil last 2 streams ago, but yeah. Something like that, though, where there's like a expected order of them. Got a cold. Oh, that's no fun, but yeah, gotta chill. Yeah, understandable. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, Quirky. Yeah, it's a cold. Not quite a summer cold, since it's not well, I guess technically we're kind of still in summer, but, you know, we're pretty late in the season. But still that is frustrating. I had an instance earlier where I sneezed once earlier today, and my nose became a faucet of grossness. It was very unpleasant, and it's not because I'm sick or because I'm fighting anything, I don't think, at least. but it has everything to do with the fact that I have seasonal allergies. So, and here in the Midwest, it got significantly chillier. I wouldn't call it chilly. It's not chilly, but it got chillier. So it we went from, without exaggeration, like 96 on, let me think about this, Tuesday. It wasn't quite as bad yet. Well, it was kind of bad yesterday, but it was extra bad Tuesday. It was like 96 Tuesday, and today it was like 67. It was a very significant difference. So whenever there's that massive jump or drop in temperatures, my allergies tend to, my sinuses tend to get sad and react to allergies and whatnot. But you also got the right, that's a good point too. Yes, you're surrounded by kiddos, and kiddos are great at many things. One of those many things being a vector for viruses and disease. So that probably has something to it too. And being just surrounded by people in general, just a lot of peeps. Well, of course, I do hope you're able to rest up, Corky. If you have to get yourself to bed, I know you have an early rise, most likely in the morning, so I as always, I won't take it personally. It's totally fine. We're glad to have you, bud. I'm looking forward to apple picking Sunday. Should be a good time. The tricky thing about apple picking for me is that I enjoy the act of picking of the apples. Like, I think it's fun, and I like eating apples. I think they're a nice fruit. There's like something in my eye. It's a, sorry, I just get so emotional when I play Oblivion. No, I think eyelash or something. It's my makeup, probably. I think I got some, I got some eyeliner in my eye, when I was putting on makeup before stream. That's probably it. But I like the act of picking apples. I like eating apples. They're nice. But I don't know if there's a lot of stuff that I want to make with apples, right? Like, this might be un-American, all right? I'm just gonna give a content warning. Content warning, un-American discourse is about to occur. So if anybody is ultra sensitive to these things, you know what I'm about to say. You might know what I'm about to say. But guys, here it comes. I think apple pie is just okay. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it, but I think it's just all right. It's just okay, and I never seek it out. Now if the apple pie, Corky says, don't do it, Alex, don't do it, no. Yeah, no, it's just okay. I have family members where it's their favorite dessert ever. And I think that's the problem. I think as a child, I've been overexposed to it because it's at every Thanksgiving, every family gathering. So and maybe I'm just spoiled in that it's always been around, but it's just all right, honestly. For me, I'd so much rather have pumpkin pie or chocolate pie or cherry pie, pretty much anything. I will take just about anything over apple pie. It is at the bottom of my tier list. Now, granted, if it's like a really nice homemade apple pie and it's offered to me, of course I'm not gonna say no. I'm not a heathen, all right? I'm not some godless, okay, well, I am a godless heathen, but I'm not that kind of godless heathen, okay? So I will eat it, and I'll like it, but I would rather have a different kind of pie. That's the great thing about pie discourse, is that everyone's opinion is wildly different. Widely and wildly. I don't care that you broke your elbow. What's up, 98 Wizard? I don't know what the context of that clip is, but I know the clip you're referring to, and yes, it's so built up. You know what? I'm gonna say it, and everyone's like, don't say it, don't say it. Like, when I watched the video, I was like, oh no, he's gonna say a gamer word. I'm scared. Because usually when people say gamer words, it leads to, not so good things. Some caramel apple pie. That sounds nice. Yeah, some caramel. Oh, that's the thing. You can dress up apple pie to be real nice. Some caramel drizzle. Scoop of vanilla ice cream. Ooh, doggy. Although, then the purist in me says, a good pie shouldn't have to be dressed up good. Because I can just eat a slice of pumpkin pie and be happy as a clam. All these other ones. Cherry pie, like some kind of, strawberry meringue pie. Like, I'll take it. I'll take all of it. Gracie and I made a strawberry rhubarb pie a couple years ago that I loved. It was very tart, though. That was like a once-in-a-while pie. But I would gladly eat that over apple pie. So, it's I have to be careful when it comes to the pie discourse, because people will throw hands over their chosen pie. And apple pie here in America, what's it American as? Let's all say it in unison. 3, 2, 1. It's American as apple pie. So that's just what we all say to each other. Corky says, but mine is better. Maybe that's just it. I need to have the good shit. So Corky, I'm gonna need you to, next time you make yourself an apple pie, I need you to fax me a slice. I'll get you my fax number. It's the numbers 6969 over and over again, but but there's an odd number, so the last 3 numbers are 420.
How goes it?
So that'll be my fax number. I'll be waiting by my fax machine, tapping my foot impatiently, very much expecting a freshly baked slice of apple pie to slide on out. Imagine a pie fax machine. Holy shit, that sounds incredible. Holy fuck. That's it. Yeah, it's like, I don't even know my own fax number. I just hit the number 6969 over and over again until it feels right, and then I hit 420. Grandma made a real good one, Blizzard. I think that is probably what I hear frequently as well, is that I think most apple pie believers, apple pie enjoyers will tell you apple pie can be mid, as we say, as the Zoomers say, it can be mid, but it can also be incredible. Like it can be top tier. It all depends on how it's made. I've never had a pumpkin pie that I didn't like. I've never had any of these others that I didn't like. I have had apple pie that was like that. I rarely have I had pie that I've disliked, but the rare times I've had pie that I actually disliked, it was apple pie. So I think the devil's in the details, just like Corky 98 Wizard, 1198 Wizard is saying. So I bet 98 Wizard, I bet your grandma did and or does a bang up apple pie, and I bet Corky's is spectacular. So it's like I've had good ones. But yeah, maybe there's like certain recipes that are truly life-changing. Maybe there's more I've yet to experience and more I've yet to learn. And with that ramble session, I'm all about rambling and ranting. With that rant session, we are now just about, at least, fully explored Fighters Guild. And yeah, no quests available here yet, but we will soon. Actually, I lied. There's one more floor, I think. Wait, this is the second floor as well? Oh, there's 2 halves of it. Okay, I lied. I'm a dirty liar. Minor heal other. Sure. It's gonna sell it, but sure. Absorb health. No, thank you. Corky also says cherry pie is a good one. I've had a number of actually very nice cherry themed and flavored desserts and pastries recently. I've mentioned before that my fiance is oh, look at this. I'll take both these. My fiance is sponsoring one of her friends who is from Ukraine. She's staying with her for an undisclosed amount of time. We're actually not really too sure how long she'll be here. With Gracie specifically, she's helping her get a job, that kind of thing, kind of helping her get on her feet here. And her name is Anastasia. She's super chill. She's like a really nice and fun person. With the 3 of us hang out a lot. And she's introduced us to a lot of Ukrainian food and cuisine and just stuff like that. And she's a big fan of cherry flavored things. So yeah, there've been a few occasions where we'd be going to like a family gathering. We want to swing by a bakery and pick up something. We pick up a nice cherry pie from a bakery, and oh, so nice. However, I know I mentioned this previously, but I love telling it. We got to when we were in Chicago. They have an area, like a suburb in Chicago that they all call Ukrainian Village. It's been there for years, but it's got a bunch of Ukrainian restaurants and just some cool art on the on murals, on sidewalks and on sides of buildings, that kind of stuff. They very much embrace the culture there, which is nice. And yeah, we hit up some great restaurants there, and the thing I think I enjoyed the most of the Ukrainian dishes I tried was, and I'm probably butchering how you pronounce it, but vareniki. It's kind of like a pierogi. It's like a pastry that is either baked or deep fried with either sweet things inside of it or savory things inside of it. And the cherry veraniki is superb. So that was a real good treat. Cherry pie is yours. That's kind of what I figured you meant, Quirky. It's like cherry pie is something that you enjoy making, because that sounds nice. Yeah, like cherry pie is one of those where I of course love a really nice handmade one, but if I go to the grocery store and buy a cherry pie, I will also have a very good time. Like I've yet to meet a cherry pie that I did not like. Oh, there's a... Oh, whoops. Yeah, let me just... Sorry, lady, I'm not trying to fucking, you know, creep on you sleeping in your underoos here, but... I legit did not know she was in here. She must be the main person, then. In case I'll be sneaky so I don't wake her. Although none of this is illegal because, you know, when you're in the Fighters Guild, what's ours is theirs, etc., etc. Fucking just sneaking around, grabbing stuff, and up there's... half-naked woman just sleeping in that bed next to me. I'm sorry, lady. I didn't mean to, but I guess I must have a very calming presence because she didn't even wake up. Never even knew I was there. My guess. For better or for worse. Thump. Make it for your cousin. That's so nice. Brain's dead from working all day. No, I feel that, Cricky. When I came home, I did a few things. I uploaded a few things to social media. On like Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. Did a few things when I got home and then took Dexter outside and went right to sleep for like an hour. Took like a little power nap. It was very refreshing. So it was good.
What can I do?
Kalia.
I'm Kalia Draconis, captain of the Leyawiin Guard.
Draconis, what a cool last
I
name.
hope we will not meet in my official capacity.
Oh, you say that to all the purple-faced, swollen purple-faced, bee attack victims.
Fighters Guild members have been going to Sharina to learn blade skills. She's good, and she'll be the first to tell you so. Move along, citizen. I want to abide
loitering. She says, get the fuck out of my face, she says. Blackwood Company. Oh, we've heard about the Blackwood Company. Yes, yeah. It's a Fighters Guild competitor opening up shop here. Oh, it's suspicioso. Apparently they have a not great reputation about themselves. So we'll have to see what that's about as well. Could be spicy. Is this a bookstore? Looks like it to me. Southern Books. Favorite town. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I can see why people like it, because and I also, you know, for some of my grievances about how this game, you know, kind of runs the presentation, kind of does its presentation compared to Morrowind, I really do like how, even though there's a fewer number of towns, the towns that are in this game are pretty, like, aesthetically unique, which I think is really neat. The and like the way they're laid out is fairly unique too. So it is kind of nice how you do see some good, like, noteworthy differences.
Please be generous, kind.
Oh, you're about... Yeah, here you go, bud.
Hey,
Rumors.
You're the one they...
I heard my doggy making a weird noise. It's like, what's Dexter doing? He's just doing doggy stuff. As he's known to do. When you're a dog, you tend to do dog things. Anyway, yeah, so I want to check out this bookstore, but it's closed. And of course, it is storming. Cats and dogs outside. Not in real life, but in game. It did rain here last night, though. Why is she just standing outside the Mages Guild?
What can I do for you, citizen?
Are you okay, lady? You need help? Are you lost? What time is it right now? It is 1:30 a.m. I'm pretty sure she would, like, you know, sleep in her barracks and, you know, chill. I mean, not just stand outside the Mages Guild like a weirdo. So we'll head out the Mages Guild in a second. Now, this is kind of eye-catching because a lot of the statues we see are of very tall figures, very heroic axes and swords, that kind of stuff. But this looks to be a shorter, diminutive person with a cape, and they have maybe a few weapons, but they mostly have, like, other items in their hands. My brain sees this and goes, "Ooh, is this a I know it's not, but wouldn't it be cool if this was a hobbit? My people being represented. Wouldn't that be great? Wishful thinking, I know. But, alright, so anyway, Mage's Guild. Now that I've putzed around. But yes, I am curious about the Blackwood Company, although it is locked. She's still just poking around, isn't she? It is locked, but we'll probably get to investigate that more as we get into the Fighters Guild specifically. Yeah, and here's actually some information about Blackwood Company. Handle any job that the Fighters Guild will, and many that they won't, they say. Yes, for better, for worse.
Nice to meet you.
Elvis.
You mean the Shrine to Nocturnal? That's north of Leyawiin, east of the Lower Niven.
So we know all about that one, obviously.
Druja has a wide variety of spells for sale if there's something
Druja.
you need. Most of them are simple, but they're a good starting point.
I like good starting points.
You'll have to speak to Daigale about that. Not only has necromancy...
Always the necromancy line. The rumors
all your travels be safe.
subject is always highlighted, like always making it sound like there'll be something interesting, but it's always something about the whole necromancy thing with Mage's Guild. Mage's Guild people are anything but unpredictable. You okay, lady? I think she's trying to go to bed, but she is scared. Okay, there we go. She figured it out. Good job, lady. She was like, "Oh God, how do I get here?" I keep trying to see what Dexter's doing. I keep hearing like goofy noises from him as he does dog-related activities. So it's very late. So yeah, most people are sleepies. I could wake them and be rude, or I could just use this as an opportunity to explore a bit. But we'll need to fast forward time at some point anyway. I'll be sneaky, so I'm not trying to rob you. I'm just trying to not wake you, trying to not be rude. First, there's a basement. Like, it's technically not thieving because I'm part of the guild, so I can just gank as I see fit. I don't think that's how it quite was in Morrowind. I remember in Morrowind, for the Fighters Guild and for the Mages Guild, they had community chests where usually they'd have potions, maybe like a short sword or two, nothing crazy. But they did have some things. And anybody could take from the community chests, no problemo, no questions asked. But other things were still owned. And you very much could and would get in trouble. It'd be considered stealing from the guild, which was a big no-no. But in this game, it's much more laissez-faire, so I think it's an interesting change-up, I would say. Now look at this. This would be considered a criminal act, breaking into this. And this one needs a key. I almost wonder if this is going to be a Thieves Guild thing, the way that needs a key is given. That's kind of curious. So if there was ever a time to try for this guy, at least, I suppose this is it. Yeah, the one that says needs a key. Yeah, that seems like an awfully specific instance. So I bet there's gonna be more where that came from, or more information about that in the future. I mean, we have lots of Thieves Guild things to do. Boop. There's just nothing in here, but I just wanted the experience of opening it. But yeah, lots of Mages Guild things to do, and everything in between. Couple things, but nothing too crazy. When I saw this... Is this a candle? Yeah, it's a candle. When I saw this candle, I thought it was like a... You know, the cardboard tube at the center of every roll of paper towels? That's what I thought that was. That's where my brain went for some reason. Look at this jumbled pile of books. So disorganized. So uncivilized. My dumb ass was like, what kind of scroll is this? Oh yes, folded cloth. I'm not familiar with that spell. Because it's not a spell, Alex. You doofus. What, excuse me? Skooma? What kind of jabroni shit are these assholes running here? This is the third place that we've seen that has skooma inside this town. I'm beginning to wonder if Leyawiin is a fucking skooma. It's a living and breathing skooma den. Like an entire city of skooma dens. Which is interesting because we were hearing that there was somebody, maybe they're even in the Mages Guild, somebody was trying to make a potion to supposedly cure skooma addiction. Maybe it's because it's a fucking epidemic in the city. Good lord, that's crazy. I've seen more skooma in the town of Leyawiin than we have in a place that was literally called Skooma Den. There was a building called Skooma Den. It had 2 skooma in it, and we just found 2 places that had 3 of them in it. The world is one big drug. Yeah, and even a place as nice and pretty as this is not innocent, apparently. The Mages Guild key. Look at this, like, impressive library with big, tall ceilings. So pretty. Such nice interior decorating. Interior design. When I hear that title, Magic from the Sky, I think, oh, maybe that's going to be a cool book that will teach me something, but no such luck. Yeah, no, Wolf Queen. That is a series that historically at least did teach things. There's one. Withershins teaches restoration. So that right there is evidence that it is worth checking these places. It's because you never know what you might find. Life is like a box of books in a library in Oblivion. You never know what you might read. That was definitely the quote from Forrest Gump. Speaking of Forrest Gump, that makes me think of Tom Hanks. And speaking of Tom Hanks, that makes me think of the new Elvis movie. I've heard kind of differing things about the Elvis movie. I do want to watch it at some point, because I like the idea of the story that it tries to tell about some of the, you know, some of the seedy things that may or may not have gone down with Elvis back in the day. You know, and focus less of the glamorous, large in life aspect and focus more on the, you know, maybe some of the uglier aspects of his rise to stardom. Not that he did anything horrible. Well, maybe a few things, but not that he was like a monster or anything. But just like the drug abuse, and like some of the people that he'd worked with and associated with specifically, and some of that kind of stuff. But apparently Tom Hanks is in the movie, and I was kind of surprised. Apparently, like, people were saying his acting was not very good in that movie. Like, they were saying that they found his role in that movie was like disappointing, because, like, you know, you think Tom Hanks, you think that guy's awesome, that guy's the coolest, he's a cool actor, done a bunch of cool roles, he just seems like an interesting guy. But yeah, so it's rarely do you hear somebody speaking ill of something he's been involved with. But, well, you know, they can't all be zingers, can't hold it against the guy. He's not getting any younger either, so, you know, depending on what roles they're giving him, I would hope that, you know, it's his agent and you know, the peeps he's working with are, you know, helping to get him roles that are, you know, appropriate, all things considered. Okay, so we found more peeps, so we'll go into sneaky mode so I do not disturb. Now, this person is on the 3rd floor of the Mages Guild. They're probably one of the higher ups, and they're only drinking cheap wine. At least they're drinking it out of goblets and pitchers. Well, you wouldn't drink wine out of a pitcher, but out of goblets, and not just straight from the bottle. Although, hey man, straight from the bottle, it just cuts up the middle, man. Just simplifies things. I will. Human skin. Oh man, I didn't realize this was RimWorld. Let's put this back so that nobody thinks I was fucking with it. I don't want to be associated with the human skin trade. Human skin trade almost sounds like a porn platform, like porn website. Human skin. Now the question then is, how do you harvest human skin? Because we've murdered. Well, okay, that's not true. Yes, we have murdered. I was about to say, no, we haven't murdered anybody in this game. It's all been self-defense. And then I think about some of the Daedra quests, and I go, yeah. And then I think the Dark Brotherhood, and I go, yeah. So no, we have committed murders in this game. We're not innocent. But we I'll take that. But yeah, like we've interacted with dead bodies and whatnot. I've never seen an option that says, yes, harvest their skin. I wonder if there's like a... Oh god, I'm almost like worried that there's going to be a side quest with some guild somewhere where they introduce to us a cool new mechanic, a cool new method. Using this rusty potato peeler, we have a new job for you, Alex. It's like, oh dear god, what am I getting myself into? Using this hypodermic needle full of morphine and this rusty spoon, we've got a great new opportunity for you. No thank you. No thank you. Anything in your desk? Nope. A ebony ring, that's impressive. Bone meal, I thought these were vampire salts for a second. Bloop. Just knocked that on the floor for no reason. Bones and more soul gems. Alright, well, we've thoroughly looted the alchemist station. I feel pretty accomplished in that sense. In fact, yeah, I think that person right there is probably the leader of the bunch. Leader of the bunch, we know her well. Oh no, I was wrong. This is the top floor. Winner with the Mage's Guild. So up here will be the top tier peeps. Oh, look at that. She's actually awake. Oh, no, she's not. Never mind. She's sleepies. I was about to say, like, damn. It is 6 a.m., so people will start waking up. It's a good thing our player character is something of a vampire. We never have to sleep. You know, some games like to go for realism, and they say things like, oh yeah, you know, there's a fatigue meter. Well, we do have a fatigue meter, and it's the green one, but that's like short-term fatigue, more like an overall tiredness meter. And you have to refill it by sleeping, you know, that kind of thing. Going for the realistic approach. Not Elder Scrolls, they say, nah man, you can be up for 900 hours straight and we will not bat an eye. It is totes great for us. So unsurprisingly, I've over-encumbered myself. Can't say I didn't see that coming. I think I will leave all that and I will drop. Boop. Boop. That guy. I'll gift to her some free wine. I'll put it by her bedside table. If she has a bedside table. She does. I'm being very sneaky, you see. Very sneaky. Oh, where'd it go? Did I just throw it at her? Oh, geez. I'm sorry, lady. I'm trying to be nice about this. I think did I pour it on her somehow? Okay, I don't know where it went. Whatever. I think I just smacked her in the face with a bottle of wine. But she's so conked out, she didn't notice a thing. You know what? I'm gonna wash my hands of it. Just gonna be like, you know what? It is done. It's a done deal. So we take a bit more fall damage for funsies. And look at this. People are waking up.
Strasza of the Mage's Guild, evoker and alchemist, and also, in his scant free time, a trainer in alchemy.
Evoker, alchemist, and alchemy.
But perhaps you are an adventurer? Could you assist me in acquiring something for my crystal collection?
I think we saw his crystal collection earlier. What did you have in mind, bud?
Straight to the point, eh? Good, I like that. I'm searching for some specific crystals known as Garidan's Tears. If you can locate these objects for me, I'd pay handsomely for each one.
Please proceed.
Wonderful. I had a good feeling about you from the moment that I saw you.
We have that effect on people.
As many of Garidan's Tears as you can find. If you do, I will pay you a fair bounty in gold for each one. I confess I have a weakness for crystals of a magical nature, and I must add these to my collection. This is a personal errand, you must understand, just between you and I. The Mage's Guild has nothing to do with it.
I'm just thinking about like, he's like, I have a weakness for crystals, you see. I'm just thinking of like cats that just like shiny things. Although I don't know if cats, I mean, cats I don't know if really care about shiny things. I think they more care about like small, colorful, animated objects that they can smack around, you know, like play toys, like little things that look like mice, like little toys they can play with. I don't know if a cat would really care about a shiny crystal. That's more raccoons caring for shiny things.
The tears are not just a namesake. They're literally the frozen tears of a knight named Garridan Stalrus, who lived many years ago. I'm not certain what happened to the knight, or why the tears were frozen, but I do know someone you could ask. Seek out Juliana Fanis at the Arcane University in the Imperial City. She oversees the alchemy headquarters there. If anyone can help you get more information about these crystals, she can.
Good enough for me.
The tears are small crystals, bluish in appearance. Quite beautiful, I'd imagine.
Anything else?
All of the local guild halls sell some amount of alchemic ingredients, but for the best stuff, you'll need to do some exploring on your own.
For the good shit, he says.
That's the Gale's responsibility.
Okay, whoops.
The Mages Guild.
And necromancy, yep, always with the necromancy. He does train alchemy, but he cannot train me further. Because we're too good, or too pro.
Nice to meet.
I've already spoken with her. She does have spells, though. Oh, and alchemical things. Actually, I'll probably just sell to her a bunch of things that I'm holding on to right now. Sell 4 of these bad boys. Bloop. And all 4 of these are, yeah. Picked up a couple of odds and ends while we were out and about previously. Here's the 3 skooma. Will she buy these from us? Shockingly, yes. She actually does buy those. In Morrowind, some shopkeepers, traders, and whatnot, business individuals wouldn't even interact with you if you had skooma or moon sugar on your person. You could then just drop it at your feet and they would interact with you, but still, like, some people would be like, no, I can smell it on you. These people in Pseudo, they're like, hell yeah, brother, give me that good. They're super down to party. Down to throw down. Here's a bunch of wine.
You drive a hard.
All these hard bargains I'm driving. And some teeth. And some wax. And some less than good soul gems. Not horrible, but, you know, less than good.
That's a good deal.
That's a good deal. Your face is a good deal.
Pleasure to serve you.
She's like, hey, thanks. Any cool spells? Literally 1 spell that we don't yet have, so I'll hold off on that. Yo, Raylan, what's up, buddy? We're doing some Oblivion tonight. And we are, in fact, we're exploring the last major city that I've yet to explore until now. This is our first time in Leyawiin, and we're just kind of poking around. Also, I'm thinking we'll probably be doing some more, what's it called? Some more GeoGuessr this weekend. I'm thinking maybe Saturday, as I will most likely be busy most of Sunday, but I'm thinking we'll guess some geos on Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. What time is it in game? It's 7:46. I'm gonna fast forward by 2 hours. Get more folks in here so we can buy more spells and get stuff from folks. Because I definitely want to find more opportunities to buy spells. Did I check out the basement? I guess I did not, actually. Yeah, because there's... I think by this point we've probably seen most spells for sale, probably. But Mage's Guild places are a good place to see what's available. So we have a lot of repair hammers, although I go through them pretty quickly. With our less than amazing armorer skills, I'll take what I can get. There's somebody chilling. Oh, then I woke him up.
What is it, associate?
Dude, his eyebrows. Are you alright, buddy?
Please.
I thought there was something wrong with his eyes at first. I was like, what is going on with these very prominent, like, shadowy glyphs across his face? My goodness. Got a test railing. Is it like for something for school, I'm guessing? Because yeah, if you're having to do a lot of studying, I understand that kind of thing very much takes time and energy, as it should.
The guild lost a good number of members.
The necromancy thing, yeah. I hope it goes well for you, but I'm definitely pulling for you, dude. So it's coming up on Saturday, so got a few more days. Masters in the that's huge, Ron. That is huge, yeah.
Oh boy, good luck getting that. DeGale's the only one who can write one, if she can remember who she is.
If she can, that's not good. Oof. Yeah, I got an admissions test. That's exciting, Raylan. I'm definitely pulling for you, bud. Especially since it sounds like you're studying a lot for it. I'm sure it's a big one. Can I be nosy and ask what kind of like field of study this master's would entail? Not like I would have much to help with, obviously, but just for my own selfish nosiness.
The Mages Guild has made more than...
Going for an MBA? Very nice, yep. Well, so I don't have an MBA myself. I haven't, like, gone down that path myself, but I know a number of people that have. But all the people that I do know that have MBAs are all from here, so I don't know anybody that's had to travel here for it. From out of the country. So I'm sure that does add a layer of, of complexity to the exam for it. But that's exciting though, Raylan. That's so cool, bud. Raylan's moving on up, going for life-changing admissions tests, master's programs for an MBA. Dude, that's some good shit, bud. That's some real good shit. Add some layers of complexity. I would assume that it probably would, yeah. But that is very exciting, and I'm sure after Saturday it'll be like, all right, I can relax after cramming my brain full of knowledge. Might be moving as soon as next year if it all goes well. Yeah, if everything goes as we want it, that'd be pretty sick, dude. That'd be pretty sick. Do you have like you don't have to like name colleges, obviously, for privacy on the internet, it's important. But I would just ask, like, if you have any like regions, in the United States you would like to be in or study in, that kind of thing. I'm not particularly familiar with a ton of like, good business schools, but I'm sure there's lots of good ones, honestly. I'm sure that, in most regions, I'm sure there's some pretty top tier ones. Most people, they think like really good colleges think the really expensive Ivy League ones, but I don't think you would need to be like a super expensive university for an MBA. Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, yeah, all excellent choices. All excellent stuff, Raylan. I get them good scores. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we don't want to count the chickens before they hatch. I get it, but that is pretty sweet though. But I'm excited for you. And you're studying your ass off, so I know you're working hard at it, bud. So that's exciting. Is there like again, I don't want to be like nosy. I don't want to be like getting into your business, but like, is there like a particular focus within the field of like business that you would like to like focus your studies in? Because I get the impression an MBA probably covers quite a lot of things. Still something in my eye, but a lot of subjects. But if you had like the opportunity to like focus on one particular area,
help you with, associate?
I feel like that's like an interesting opportunity for a lot of master's programs. Like if somebody has a really kind of specific interest they want to kind of laser in on, that's a nice opportunity. Venture finance, maybe some real estate, yeah. All good stuff, bud. All good stuff with that are very much all widely used here. So yeah, those are very much subjects that there's a lot to use to study, or a lot of what I'm looking for, like a lot of data that can be used for such studies.
You may need to ask around, but training in all the schools of magic can be found at our various guild halls.
Yeah, real estate. Yeah, I know it's what you probably
I'm
meant.
I'm unable to issue a recommendation. Only DeGale can do that.
DeGale.
You may try to speak to her. If it doesn't go well, come see me.
That was a good vocal delivery. I like that little voice acting, like hesitancy. That's good.
She's led such a troubled life. I just do what I can to make it easier on her.
It's a tough one. Interesting. Yeah, and it's an admissions test specifically. Yeah, it's tough even for native English. That's a good point too. Yeah, if English isn't your first language, yeah, layers of complexity just getting tacked on. Of course, absolutely it is.
Anvil Guild has made quite a name for itself under Carahill. Did you hear about the recent murderer they caught?
Yes, I am that they. I'm the one who caught him. Or caught her, rather.
What can I interest you in?
Look at all these cool spells, by the way. But yeah, no, that's a fair point, really. And that's probably something I take for granted quite frequently when it comes to really anything in this country ever. It's like, you know, things are just easier being that I'm a native English speaker here, specifically, in this country. I mean, we're doing better, I think, at, you know, offering, like, on some things, on some packaging, having English printed, and then maybe Spanish, maybe French, you know, maybe a few other things, but like just by default though, it's pretty much English or bust in so many cases. So yeah, it is something that I don't envy. I've mentioned on many occasions that I studied Spanish for 4 years in high school and didn't retain very much, but I remember studying Spanish, I was like, you know what, this isn't. It was challenging, obviously, but at least the rules were pretty consistent and it really wasn't that bad. And then I look at English and I go, thank fucking God I was like raised in an English speaking household, because if I would have had to have learned that later in life, it'd be miserable, because English is such a fucking language. It's so ridiculous. So yeah, I don't envy anybody who has to learn it as a second or third or fourth language. Shit's hard, man. But and welcome back, Corky. She wouldn't stop talking. Oh my God, yeah. Sounds familiar. And I love my mom to death. She stops into the stream sometimes, and she's not terribly chatty when she's in the chat, but in person, oh yes, she'll go ham. What's up, Mr. JD? People want to move there, but not the other way around. Yeah. Yeah. So it's on you, right? Yes, exactly. Try to be as good as a native. Yeah, that raises the bar. Yeah, it absolutely makes it. It's, again, I don't want to keep reusing the same word, or the same phrase, but yeah, just more. It is a layer of complexity, or like an additional layer of like challenge level added to it. Because yeah, that is just how it works. I know when we've played GeoGuessr, this is probably a dumb thing to say, but I guess I've already started it, so I'll continue the thought. Well, yeah, when I played GeoGuessr, there's a lot of times where, like, if I see characters in a language that I don't recognize, and there may be like an Asian character set, a lot of times I think to myself, well, this could be Japanese, and the only reason that I know that is because I don't know any Japanese. But usually if I see just Asian characters and nothing else, it's like, well, it might be Japan, because people want to go to Japan. It's such a attractive place to go. It's an appealing place to go to. So, like, you know, they don't really need necessarily to bend over backwards for tourists, because, you know, they're not like begging for people to come. People are begging to go there. So, like, to Raylan's point, yeah, when the demand is favored on one side, then the side that's in favor doesn't really need necessarily to, you know, to do anything to sweeten the pot. It's nice when they do, obviously, and like I said, I'm glad that I'm seeing more things that are saying, at least for Spanish and French and a few languages, trying to be more accommodating, but it's not much, obviously. And Pupper's on the, oh, it's so exciting, JD's got his doggy. That's so fun, buddy. I love the photos you posted on Twitter. Doggy looks very happy and comfy. I know it's a lot of work though, bud. I know it's a lot of work, especially if it's a young dog, if it's a young pupper. So that's so exciting, bud. I know. I remember I saw like JD's post. He was like, I got the doggy, training him for apartment living, and then he said, I'm so tired. It's like, yeah, I understand, but that's so sweet. That's so exciting. He's got the puppers. That is cause for celebration. That's correct. I will greater dispel. I will do that. I'll also go ahead and grab the soul trap, even though I can't use it yet. Telekinesis, don't have the magicka for it. I bet I'll get it eventually. Life detection. Spell reflection. What would that be? I don't have the magicka for it. I think it's not even a magicka thing. I think I probably don't have the juice for it, like the skills for it. It might be mysticism. In fact, it looks like this is mostly mysticism. In fact, yeah, speaking of which, I should probably...
Can't have you walk...
be casting mysticism spells more often. Speaking of the devil, boop, mysticism. Hey, look at that. I should be doing that more often. It is a smart idea. Not that I need life detection. I know where these people are. They're right in front of me. Although it's convenient, I suppose.
Go ahead, please.
I'm sorry. His eyebrows. I can't take this man seriously. Excuse me.
I've heard she was put in charge of the Leyawiin Guild Hall as a favor, not because she deserved it. That doesn't seem right, does it? Farewell. What
Damn
can
those
I do
brows.
for you?
I don't just look at the internet. I browse. Like little fuzzy caterpillars. You know, we don't body shame here, except when it's except for video game eyebrows. Video game eyebrows are the one time I will break
Nice
from
to meet you.
my convictions and drag a video game character's ass in their goofy ass looking
She was a
eyebrows.
very powerful mage once, from what I understand. Hard to imagine that, honestly. Let's do business.
Oh, we've already talked to her. Does she sell spells? She does, and it's just the one sad little spell.
All your trap.
And you
I
don't sell any
suggest-
spells, do you? No, just training.
Nice lady, but strange. Talks to herself far more often than one should, in my opinion. Sometimes I wonder why she hasn't just retired and gone someplace to rest.
Gosh, it's like that one Telvanni.
Salutations to
What's the word I'm looking for? That one Telvanni, like, noble woman
That Oblivion gates have
that
opened
you
outside cities all
are
over
forced to meet with. How did you get over here?
Preserve us.
Oh, you're a different. Wait, hold on.
No, really?
Okay, yeah, it's a different person. I was like, wait a second, what the fuck? Yeah, very much a different
So,
person.
Count's mage and castle healer, your servant.
Oh, so she's not in the mages. Well, maybe she's in the guild, but she's not like full-time member. But anyway, yeah, this is the Telvanni person you interact with as part of the Hortitor quest, and you learn that she has gone quite like violently insane. That's a wild moment.
Bye.
Like you eventually can curry her favor, but it is an involved time. So I think, was it the person we saw in here? Because I actually haven't found this person yet. But presumably she does exist. Probably. She probably is a real person. Oh, maybe she's the one we saw up at like weird hours of the day. Maybe it was on the 3rd floor. Let's go see. Hey, what's up, Void? Thorana, is that the name from Morrowind? Yeah, the Telvanni lady. Yeah, that's like a... Here she is.
Child. You seek wisdom from me, child? Ah, no, you seek words.
I seek words, correct.
Words are difficult. They come and go. The voices, though, so loud they are, they drown out the words. Without my amulet, my stone to lock the voices away, the words will never come and stay. Would you lift your hands to help another? To help me find the words?
Sure. But yeah, to Void's point though, yeah, Thorana. Yeah, Thorana from one of the Telvanni places. Yeah, that's a wild time. But yeah, but like I do appreciate how so much of the Hortitor quest in Morrowind, it's not just, you know, bribe this dude to make him like you. Sometimes you have to get creative and weird, and maybe even violent sometimes. There's some fights you have to do, but like, yeah, the Hortitor quest is, I think, has a nice variety to it, which is good.
Seek Agata, child. She will see the path and set you on it. I must rest.
So, Agata, tell me more.
She may be young, but her heart
Oh,
is
I think that's one
old
we talked
and
earlier.
wise. It guides her well through these troubled times. Within its walls live those who determine the fate of the guild. It is our stronghold, our sanctuary.
Aha, you see,
You will
every
come
time
to know
I
it well in time. I have seen it.
Every time I have Freudian slipped my way into saying Arcane Sanctuary, instead of saying Arcane University, I think of Arcane Sanctuary from Diablo 2. But see, she said the Arcane University is a sanctuary. Aha! You see? I was right all along.
The guild needs you, child. Perhaps it has always needed you. Always been waiting for you.
So she's not like super weird. Like I was expecting Thorana levels of like, whoa, this person's pretty far gone.
I don't know what Archmage Traven has against necromancy.
But like she's all right, maybe a little bit whimsical. Maybe a little bit like whimsical and you know, a bit of a space cadet, but she's not like, you know, incomprehensible, so could do a lot worse. Yeah. So, Agata, I think that was the Nord woman.
Hello?
Nord's
Yes?
woman.
Is there something I can help you with, associate?
Seer's
I'm
Stone.
surprised she discussed it with you. She wanted to keep it from the others. I should speak to her about that. Yes, her Seer's Stone is missing. It's the one thing that has kept her visions at bay. And without it, they're nearly crippling. She can't function. We haven't yet spoken to the others, for fear they would be less than accepting of her situation. Perhaps it is time, though. I will continue to tend to Gale. Can you speak with the other mages and find out if any of them had seen the stone?
You got it, fam. It's part of the Leyawiin recommendation. So let's talk to the peeps. Let's start with Mr. Eyebrows over here. Now, did you hear that? Like, his disposition of us is quite well, but he's like, what the fuck do you want? So now I don't really feel too bad about dogging this guy for his fucking caterpillars that have crawled on his man's head.
She's the one you want to talk to if you actually need something to get done around here. I don't even know why DeGale is still around.
Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman was a gentleman, all right? And he probably maintained his eyebrows better than this fucking dude did. Although the hair is pretty good, actually. Well, I know Alan Rickman's, like, you know, before he took on the mantle of, oh gosh, I'm blanking on the guy's name, but that dude from Harry Potter. Yeah, I think, you know, he had his hair shorter, obviously.
Well, well. Word is finally spreading, is it? They won't be able to keep up this facade much longer. Yeah, I know all about it. I overheard Agata and DeGale talking. And you know what? I'm glad it's gone.
See, I'm liking this guy less and
Why
less.
should we be forced to work under someone who's only kept sane by a magical trinket? Haven't we sacrificed enough already? She shouldn't even be here anymore. Hell, the only reason her father ever fit in anywhere is because he kept a low profile. And look what it got him. Years of service to the Empire, and not even a tombstone over his head. Humph. At least he was able to maintain the illusion of sanity. I know. I get way too fired up over this. It just annoys me that she's in charge of the guild when she's clearly not fit. That's all.
Metatron. Are you trying to imply that Alan Rickman portrayed the leader of the Decepticons, Megatron, in the Harry Potter movies? Because if that is what you're implying, Boyd, then I am very much okay with this. Because then we can say, oh yes, I loved when Megatron and Voldemort mud wrestled in that one Star Wars movie in competition to win Captain Jean-Luc Picard's heart in hand in marriage.
I said enough already? Just let it go. Once someone finally realizes what's going on here, maybe things will change.
Alright, so let's keep talking, but yes, we know this guy has strong opinions. Now, strong opinions and being kind of a prick does not mean that he's, you know, responsible for the disappearance of the stone, but it is slightly sus. Nothing, this person is not even willing to discuss it with us. Or she's not, I guess she's in the guild, but like, not really? I don't know. I mean, she's a friend of the guild, we'll say.
Nice to meet you. Agata is the first person I go to when I need something.
Excuse me.
Maybe I should talk to Dagale instead. But I just don't feel comfortable doing that.
What about the Seer Stone?
All I heard was that it was important to Dagale, and it was missing. Kalthar didn't tell me anything more than that.
Okay, that's something. I like how this person's job is to just chill here.
I suggest you make your way to the Imperial City. Can't make money by standing here.
Like, I don't pay you to look pretty, Alex, but I do appreciate it.
She's been a great help to all of us in the guild. Without her, I think the Gale would be lost at times.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about it. I heard it was missing, though. Kalthar was talking about it recently.
Yeah, more Kalthar.
He seemed very agitated about it. Almost happy. Strange.
Strange, isn't it? Have a good night, Quirky. Thanks for hanging out, friend. And for not chastising me too much over my questionable opinions about apple pie. Us pie enthusiasts, you know, things can get heated sometimes. All right, it's good to have diplomatic discourse about these things. Diplomatic, diplomatic. Okay, that needs some work. Is there anybody else we have not talked to yet?
Nothing has changed, child. The voices still cry out, and I am unable to hear. If they can be sealed away, our work may begin.
Nothing new here. Yeah, nothing new here.
Farewell, child.
A little weird that she refers to us as child. I mean, we're younger than she is, so I guess when you level up to maximum level, maximum age, everybody is young. Everyone's a child to you. I wonder if people who are like 97, you know, people who are very old, look upon an 80-year-old person and go, ah, that little whippersnapper, that little young scoundrel. Like if somebody looking upon, oh, lady, what's going on with your face? That's how I enjoy my beverages. I just sit down and I just go, oh, just constantly, and then I just bring my drink to my face. We've seen that kind of shit before. We've seen that before. I think there was a dude in the Fighters Guild in the previous time that had an apple, and he would just like, he just had his mouth open, and then like for 5 seconds, and then he took a bite. And she is fucking killing that thing. Holy man, she is just like going ham on this thing. Just slaying this tankard. All right, let's talk to her.
Is there
I can watch you slug
associate?
that tanker all day, Agata, but we gotta talk, homie.
So Kalthar overheard us, did he? That explains why he's been so cranky lately.
Friendship is
But
manly.
we never said anything about DeGale's father. How would he know anything about
I'm trying to know that one, Void.
If there's some sort of connection between the Seer Stone and DeGale's father, I don't know about it. Maybe if you ask her, it will jog her memory.
Jog her memory, you say?
In the meantime, I'll keep an eye on Kalthar.
A little sus, as we say in the industry. A little sus.
There may be a connection to DeGale's father.
But again, nothing guaranteed yet. Now, of course, I always gotta take the fall damage. Ka-thump. I almost landed in her arms. Catch me, my queen, I say as I fucking drop next to her and split both of my legs open.
You seek more from me, child? It is as I have seen. I know what you would ask. You would bring light to that which is in darkness. Bring
I would.
Silence to the voices so loud.
Yep, that's me.
I know where you must go.
Cool.
Blood ran blue and dragons flew high. Under broken towers and broken bodies it now lies, waiting to be found.
Guessing it.
What was
Abandoned
my
tower
sire's
somewhere.
must be mine if you would have the words you seek. You must go and find his stone.
His gravestone. Interesting. Because, yeah, the dude was saying his gravestone was not even anywhere. Was nowhere to be found. Void's got a video for us. Let's watch that shit, buds. Hell yeah. So we have a location already. A location on our map. Like it said, a map marker was added specifically. So there's a fort where Dagale's father was stationed. Somewhere near Leyawiin. Now, did they go ahead and tell us where exactly it is? Boy, howdy, that's awfully convenient. Now, that's kind of a bummer. Like, I would rather I mean, I guess it's convenient that the game says it's right here, but like the words that she said to us did not say it's this place, it's over here. Let me mark it on my map for you. She said, seek out my, you know, his tombstone, or where he lies. I can't remember the exact phrasing, but it was something along the lines of, it was something very, you know, whimsical sounding and kind of opaque. And that it sounded actually that we were gonna need to talk to the dude about. If I could find the dude, if I could find Mr. Eyebrows, that he would maybe have something to share.
What is it, associate?
But maybe he's made off with things though. Maybe he's flown the coop, and maybe he is indeed the one responsible for the seer's eye being missing. I mean, he seemed pretty fired up about it earlier, so it is kind of sus. Go back to the 3rd floor. I know that sometimes they like to hang out. Oh, here we go. No, he's here. Okay, so he's not the villain, maybe. Look, they're just sitting like next to each other, just broing out with some wine and some cheese.
What do you want?
Right, so he has nothing else to offer, though.
Yes? Is there something I can help you with, associate? She's led such a...
Okay, so nothing else then. So yeah, so there's no other flavor text. There's no other things to be shared. All it is the game just straight up telling you, yeah, just fucking go here and figure it out, nerd. All right, so we'll go there. However, would like to explore maybe just a little bit more within the town before we start venturing outside of the town. That'll be our next big thing to explore. And now this place is open. Maybe it's because we needed to go into the Fighters Guild location first. But yes, I've heard this place is full of rapscallions and scoundrels and shitheads. Like, apparently these people are a bunch of meanies.
Fantastic. Be seeing you.
Seeing you.
Commander Jav.
Let's see if they're as mean as we hear that they are.
I am second in command of the Blackwood Company.
The company provides expert jihad for selected customers. Very discreet.
What does jihad mean?
Beg pardon. It is a word from the Ta'agra, meaning warrior for hire.
What does Teagra mean? I don't know any of these words.
In Ta'agra, the word is vaguely disreputable. Such a fighter fights for gold rather than for clan or main. Of course, the Blackwood Company is mercenary in the Western sense. A reliable professional contractor for military services.
Military contractor, gotcha. And I think of, like, mercenaries, I think of the Morag Tong from Morrowind, so maybe this is more or less Oblivion's answer to the Morag Tong.
Excuse me, in the Imperial tongue, it means roughly clan chair, the seat of the clan patriarch. In the company, we use the term to mean leader, but it carries the sense of wise father, concerned for the welfare of the whole family.
Sounds like awfully nice then. Now he doesn't want to repeat himself with many of these things.
I understand that Sadrasa is still trying to
yeah,
create
Sadrasa.
a potion to
Although I
cure
don't think that's a
skooma
Mage's Guild person. I think that's just a town alchemist. He has nothing else to offer then.
Every time I pass by that woman's house, whatever.
So I like how he's unwilling to repeat himself. You hear it once, and that's all you will hear it. Or the only time you'll hear it. So you better pay attention. And my eyes were elsewhere as I am steeping my coffee. Tea, sorry. My leaf coffee as opposed to my bean coffee. Or, yeah, leaf coffee and not bean coffee. Leaf juice, not bean juice. Few things. One nice thing about this mug, this is actually my favorite mug. One thing I just think it's nice. It's very it's got the little green leaf on it, and of course as a hobbit I like the green leaf aesthetic, which is nice. But it's got, I think it's just very nice, and it's got a cool little lid, and it came with an included little teaspoon, little adorable little teaspoon, which is nice. It has the same kind of pattern on it, which is what I'm gonna do. smidge splash of tap water to make it less angry, and more importantly, I'm gonna dress it up with a little bit of honey. I've actually never done. I've actually never put honey in tea before, so this is my first. And of course, I just got the full circle, you know, generic, not generic, but full circle brand, nothing fancy. But yeah, I like honey, but I've never had honey in tea before. This might be a life-changing experience. The purists will say, well, what you need is like the legit stuff, not like the store-bought, you know, jabroni shit. You need the good stuff. Although if I like Full Circle, they do pretty good stuff, in my opinion. Stir it up a little bit. I might have overfilled this a little bit, but I'll just be very ginger with it. I'll be very careful. Of course, this is quite hot tea, so spilling it on my lap would be disastrous. This would be a real bad time for like a really nasty earthquake to happen. Really bad timing. Not to jinx it, pretty please. Actually, that Taiwan had a really bad earthquake over the weekend, past weekend. That's nice. That is nice. I'm gonna give one more hit of the honey. There we go. I feel like you really can't underdo it with the honey. That's not true. Or can't overdo it, rather. You can probably underdo it, but you can't overdo it. And then I say that and I go, actually, I bet it's probably possible, though. But I would want to err on the side of sweetening the pot. Thing is, though, I think most... I have to double check my notes on this, but I think the most grocery store honey products that you can purchase at like most grocery stores, unless it specifically says on the label, I think most honey is pasteurized, whereas I think unpasteurized honey stuff, I think unpasteurized honey is what you want. The downside with unpasteurized is that it has a much shorter shelf life, but apparently that's like the good shit.
Goodbye.
So when you pasteurize it, it loses some of the magic. That's right, hits of honey. That's right, 8-Bit Llama.
Lieutenant Rana, Blackwood Company.
8-Bit Llama, you're my hit of honey, though. How's that sound? How's that sound for Super Hobbit the Charmer?
I understand that Sadrasa is still trying to...
There's the skim addiction, as always. Now, 8-Bit Llama, you probably know where we are. We're here in Blackwood Company for my first time ever. Never been here before.
I am Gil, Sergeant of Sharpshooters, Blackwood Company.
You're too sweet. It's all this honey I put in my tea. That's why. That's why I'm so sweet. Yeah, we've heard this place is full of scoundrels and degenerates, but let's see if it's truly as mean as it sounds. Look at this steel fang dog. What a good doggy. Now, it would probably be considered thievery for me to make off with any of these things. Although it's not saying explicitly that it would be, so maybe it's okay. Although I'm not a part of their guild, so you think they would be bothered. Or just whoopsie-daisy myself with some of their wares. Whoops, not that one. There was a wolf queen, I think. That one. They have all these ripe for the picking books, just begging to be liberated. I'm doing them a favor by liberating them from their prison of being stuck on this shelf for so long. And of course, sometimes we'll get lucky, we'll find some good stuff. That's what I'm saying, 8-Bit Llama. They got a good doggy. How bad could they really be? But since we're not part of their guild, I was thinking that this would all be considered petty thievery, but they appear to be unbothered so far as I can tell. And it doesn't show a little red icon that says like, oh hey, that is a forbidden maneuver you're trying. I think we have to probably join to get the key that gives us access to all the places. Kind of dark in this corner, isn't it? Yeah, apparently I'm hidden right now. I feel pretty exposed. I feel pretty exposed, Alex says, as he chooses not to wear pants. Yeah, this person's second in command. Can't get into the basement necessarily. Now, is this considered hidden? Yes, it is. Thump. What's this? Okay, nothing new there. Alright, so anyway, let's go upstairs then and see if we can find additional members of the top brass in this organization. I kind of want to learn more about what their happenings are here. Now, you look fancy.
It's you.
It's you. Do I know you?
Yes.
Apparently, I know this person. And they want nothing to do with me, apparently. Or they have nothing to speak of. They got fancy shields, like spiky shields and whatnot. New guild for fighters, like they have the article about themselves sitting on their desk. It looks cool, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks really, really neat and slightly menacing. Slightly terrifying. Anything else cool? I always appreciate when there's several copies of the same book over and over again.
What is it now?
Now let's see, is this considered thievery? Nope, it's not. I figured if that, you know, just ganking that from him with his, in front of that man's eyeballs, that would have been his opportunity to call me on my shit, but he chose no such action. Taking all your expensive books so I can sell it later. Not like I need the money, but yes, I do. I do need it. So I tell myself. They were talking about skooma addiction. Nah, man, I'm over here with stealing random shit addiction. Now, I wonder how we're able to reach the top shelf while we're squatting down like this. Look how far away we are. How are we able to reach something literally 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves up? Our arm had to extend itself by about 3 times its length to reach up to that, to there from here.
Many Argonians say they have been called back to Black Marsh.
Also, I've heard people say that honey enhances tea, and like it's nice, like, you know, it adds a certain je ne sais quoi to the tea. And historically, I was always like, yeah, I'm sure it's nice, but come on, it can't make that much of a difference. That's pretty good, actually. I'm very much impressed by what I'm tasting right now with this tea beverage that I've concocted. Needs a key. Maybe I just can't talk to the top brass then, or maybe they don't really want to talk to us right now. Maybe there's just nothing to offer. So I was thinking that they would have some kind of conversation topic that would inform me about how I could join, that kind of thing. Oops, my hand slipped. So it's an actual shield, not a replica. These are actual things. Not that valuable, but still, it's cool. It's there. I'm probably not doing myself any favors by stealing everything from them.
How do you... What?
What?
Yes.
So yeah, he doesn't have anything.
Goodbye.
The second in command had a lot to talk about, but that well kind of ran dry. I'm guessing, I wonder if this is the person they need to talk to. Maybe they're... It's 5 p.m. You'd think they'd be out and about right now.
Oh.
Whoa.
I am Gil.
Good
Not
day.
Gil, Gil.
You have...
I've talked. Yeah, you're the second in command. Nothing else right now. Yeah, maybe we need to do more with the Fighters Guild first before
What do you
an opportunity presents itself.
Good day.
Now I gotta say, I do like the Argonians in glass armor. I think that is a cool vibe. Doggy. And of course, if there's anybody in their basement or in the additional private quarters, we can't see them. So yeah, we'll just come back later. What quest am I on right now? Right now, I'm on Mage's Guild shenanigans, doing Mage's Guild stuff.
Children are starving. One
The Scallywag. Here you go, bud.
Blessings of Stemdar upon
Alright, now we're doing a Mage's Guild thing, and overall we're doing allies for Bruma. That's the overall quest. So yeah, I haven't actually accepted a Fighters Guild quest right now. There's eventually one we'll do in Coral, but I don't have any incentives to do any Fighters Guild quests here. Yeah, the only Fighters Guild quest that I have an icon for, or an indicator for, is in Coral. Bookman.
Yeah, buy a goddamn book. It's
A
bookstore
goddamn
here.
book.
Don't just go peeking at them. Buy one. I'm Bugak Rabol, and I say you better buy a goddamn book. And right away, damn it.
Man, I love, I don't know, there's something satisfying about hearing a video game character say, "God damn," like, it's just very satisfying. I don't know what it is. It just hits different.
I've heard Brodrus at the Fighters Guild is well versed.
Alright, anyway, so I don't have much that I would want to goddamn buy from you, but I can goddamn sell things to you. Look at this, by the way. Resist fire for 5 seconds on self, and then 100 points and a 30-foot radius on touch. So I guess, I mean, you should be immune to your own explosion radius. That seems kind of unnecessary, but I respect the extraness. It's infamous. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of prep work, and I'm assuming that the defense operation itself will be quite impressive. But yes, the prep work has been extensive. Although we're almost done with it. We have this city, and then Skingrad, and then I think that might be it. I think we just have 2 left. Allies for Bruma has taken a long time, although I've been doing other things too. We haven't been exclusively allying for Bruma. As I've been exploring new places, we've been taking on new side quests and all that jazz, so we're doing quite a lot, but it has been a bunch. It has taken a lot of activity, and of course, just exploring the Oblivion gates. That on its own has been a time, just because they sometimes are quite time-consuming to explore fully. There are other things. I mean, I have thieved many things from a number of people. Like this guy, for instance. Sell that one.
You got a great deal there.
A great deal there, he says. I have 18 copies of Provinces of Tamriel. There you go, bud. 18 copies. That's some ridiculous shit. Some good dialogue. It does have some good dialogue. I would be inclined to agree. There's a good amount of dialogue, and of course it's all voice acted, which is nice. So we get to like really experience it, It's like, sorry, but I don't have much to buy from you, but I can sell you things left and right.
That's a fair
After all the
deal.
books that we did find, that was the only one, that last one, Withershins, was the only one that actually taught us something.
Be seeing you.
I want to know what's in here. It's probably something really fancy. No, he says, don't just look around at things, but here I am, definitely wanting to look around things. Oh, this is going to be his private quarters. At this point now, I'm just looking to, like look for things that can teach me things, as opposed to looking for things to steal. If you have any cool books that give me some delicious, tasty knowledge, I am super down. Lost Argonian Maid. Every bookseller worth his or her salt has at least a dozen copies of the Lost Argonian Maid on hand at all times of the day, 24/7. The one disappointing thing about the Lost Argonian Maid is that it only has a few pages. Okay, that's not true. I think that there are dozens, maybe hundreds of pages left. They're all stuck together, so we can't actually read them. That's like, it's one of those things where, like, if I wanted to buy this, I would pick it up and I would bring it to the counter, and then he would go out back and give me the actual copy, because, if they just leave that out for anybody to read, what they have to do is they give you an excerpt of it. an abstract, if you will. They give you an abstract, and then they when you go to make your purchase, then they turn the beat around, so to speak, and they get you the good stuff from out back. I think we've read all these. Yeah, I remember this illustration here. I think we've read all these before. Anything in particular when I look for a skill book? No, I'd pretty much take anything if there's anything we haven't read before. And most things I think we have read by this point. I feel like we had one earlier. We had Withershins, which we'd never read before, but I think we are closing in on that point where we've probably seen most things that you would see in a place like this, at least. Like sometimes in dungeons, you'll find something that's a little bit more out there. But yeah, really, I'm just poking around. Just poking and stroking, as you do with your Lusty Argonian maids and such. Now that is the proper skill book, to be clear. Lusty Argonian maid teaches me more about life skills than any fucking book about restoration could ever dream of doing. The Lusty Argonian maid taught me about sexuality and about Argonian, how do we say, physiology, anatomy maybe, and about, you know, romance and about charisma, you know, charming somebody, but most importantly, it taught me a lot about myself. Self-discovery is the truest and sexiest form of enlightenment. I think Socrates said that one time. I think that sounds like a very profound quote that somebody would have said centuries ago. So here's the Hobbit statue. I know it's not an actual Hobbit, but that's what my brain tells me this is. So I get excited every time I see it. Looking for Nirnroot, looking for anything else, but I think we've pretty much explored the town for the most part. I don't think there's any other place that we haven't hit up yet. We can actually check our map. Oh, we haven't been to the chapel yet, nor have we been to the castle, although they do have a castle, right? They probably have some kind of thing. And we know they have a barracks. In fact, yeah, here's the guard captain person.
What can I do for you?
Just walking around. 7:30 p.m., although it looks a lot darker. It looks a lot later than it is right now. The building here we haven't investigated. Everything else, it looks pretty good. We'll hit up the chapel, just because we haven't been there yet. The body.
I'm Sarava. I'm an advanced trainer in acrobatics. Did I mention I hate dogs?
Aw, you're missing out, lady.
So keep your dogs away from me, unless they want some advanced lessons in plunging from great heights.
Goddamn, tell me how you really feel, lady.
I can't teach you anything you don't already know. Erin could, though. She's a brilliant acrobat. Last I heard, she'd set up camp in the mountains, somewhere in the northeast corner of the province. You should look for her there. Search the mountains in the northeast of Cyrodiil for Erin's camp.
Alright, will do. Of course, now that we really need we don't like have any direct need for acrobatics training, but we're racking up all these quest indicators for it.
If you want training from me, you're going to have to get something for me first.
What would you have in mind?
Elven cuirass. Nothing
okay.
fancy, nothing enchanted. Just a decent piece of armor. You get that for me, and I'll train you. That's the deal.
That's pretty simple, honestly. Light armor training would actually not benefit us because we are level 100. We could actually probably teach him about light armor. We are a literal master in light armor smith. Light armoring. They got stuck talking to each other, which means now is my chance to look for anything cool. But I wanted to lift for the Thieves Guild, whatever it's called. Excuse me. let's go to the chapel then, see if there's anything cool there. Wait, is this the castle? I bet it is. Also, Nirnroot, maybe? I see water and I get excited. Whoa! What the fuck? Oh, right. I killed him. I was like, what the fuck is a dead body doing here? Then I remembered, oh, right, I did this. I murdered this man. This innocent man. No, he actually attacked me. He was one of the Mythic Dawn folks, so he attacked us in broad daylight, and we fucking killed his shit. It was pretty unexciting, actually. It was a very quick encounter. So here's the castle area. It's a brief encounter. Let's do the chapel first. Actually, hold on. Well, the Watch Barracks. I'm kind of curious. County Hall.
Yes?
Full Daedric armor. Also like that her surname is the Orc. I would have never guessed. Am I the Count? Yes. Yes, I am.
The Count? Then I can talk to you. I'm Mazoga.
Are you the Orc, Mazoga?
Yes, I'm an Orc. I was born under
Crazy.
a rock and I have no parents, so I don't need a family name. I guess you don't know how to talk to a knight, so I'll teach you. Say, yes, Sir Mazoga.
Wouldn't it be Lady Mazoga? Now this is a tricky one. How do we respond? Because I have a feeling we need to choose our words carefully here. Are you the gatekeeper? That's right. That's right, Mr. Void. Chocolate salted. Oh my god, JD, you were a goddamn genius. Living your best life. Was that from a particular establishment? Chocolate salted toffee shake. God damn, that sounds amazing. I'm trying to think like what that would be from. Does let me think about that. Do you have Shake Shack near you? Because that sounds like it might be a Shake Shack concoction.
All right then. Just don't forget. I'm a free knight. I don't have a lord. You got a problem with that?
Not at all.
All right then. There's an Argonian named Weebamna in town. Go get him for me.
Go get him? Like, murder him? Yo, it is Shake Shack. I've actually yet to go to Shake Shack, but they've opened, there's one already in St. Louis, and they opened a new one fairly recently in another suburb.
Do you know where Weebamna is? I hear he's a hunter, knows all about the woods around here.
Yes.
Go tell him I want to see him right now. I'll meet him here.
Right now. Right fucking now. Or else. Or else, so help me God, I will slap him squarely on the genitals. He really has very, very strong opinions about Naruto. Alright? That's all it is, JD. If you try to, you know, offer discourse about subs versus dubs versus snubs versus slugs, he'll push up his glasses and he'll go, actually, and then launch into a 30-minute diatribe. You got the sex dungeons, hell yeah. In the military. Oh, interesting. I guess it kind of makes sense. Maybe a little bit. It's a little weird, but yeah. Maybe that's just how it do. Maybe that's how it's always been. Hello, yes, I'm a featured guest at this dinner table. Don't mind if I just make myself comfortable. Hello. We're all assembled for this dinner party. Somebody took a leak on the floor, by the way. Alex, you're hilarious. I'll say it for you guys. Alex, you are so funny. Now, I don't know if I should... Actually, he's asking me if I want to report something, so yes.
I hope you've been successful. Leyawiin is beset by
I'm at the aid for Bruma.
The Empire does nothing to help us. Even before this crisis, I did not have enough men to patrol my borders. Now, Daedra are pouring out of an Oblivion gate on our very doorstep. No, I don't have any men to spare. Bruma will have to look to its own defense.
Twitter's is doing it right now, actually, or had one recently. Subs versus dubs. I try to keep up with a number of Twitter circles to, you know, to little avail. There's a lot to keep up with, obviously, but I must have missed that one. It could still be going on. Everyone might be. Also, TriStar, welcome back. And Praise Akatage. That's right. Got the AC, buddy. Yeah, I know. I don't know how bad it was for you, but yesterday I was just saying, yesterday it was kind of rough, but Tuesday it was miserable. It was like 96 degrees. It was like, it broke a bunch of local records because we never have heat that high this late in the season. So, an unfortunate reality of, you know, what will probably become the new norm. Climate change, but yeah, it was gross Tuesday. Today it was actually pretty not bad. It was like early 70s. It was actually pretty chill, kind of literally. It was good.
It is fashionable to make fun of Bravil and Regulus Terentius. Personally, I think it is poor sport to mock the poor and disadvantaged.
Are we implying that those folks are poor and disadvantaged? I mean, it seems like they've got their stuff together pretty well. It's good to see you, TriStar. Now, things are chill, bud. Things are nice and chill. Went to the office today, so was out and about quite a bit today. So, if there was ever a time to be driving around and be, you know, doing stuff, you know, when it's nice and chill as opposed to being sweltering hot, I'll take the day over Tuesday any day of the week.
Castle Leyawiin.
Chief Maidservant. What's up, Meerkat? Level 99 words on... Dude, Meerkat, that's incredible. I didn't even know there was a level 99. That's amazing.
Anstea Sandu.
That's awesome, Meerkat. Well done, my friend.
And chief advisor to Count Marius Garo, in theory.
In theory, she says. I want to hear more about this in theory. Chainsaw Man, right. I gotcha. The Japanese also complain about it. Interesting. The cast is really good, though. Very nice. Yeah. They're just being a bunch of big weebs, yeah. I've never seen or read any of Chainsaw Man, but apparently it's very popular and has been blowing up a lot lately. But yeah, I guess I'm not terribly surprised that has caused some controversy because it's been highly anticipated. Hotly anticipated. Dictionary snorting Giga Chad, says Meerkat. I believe it. To have that kind of words on stream skill set and knowledge, yeah, you've got to have some brain connected to 37 different dictionaries across 98 languages.
Hey, you're the one they call the Hero of Kvatch, aren't
Hero of Kvatch, that's me. That's awesome, man.
Bye.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned words on stream. I actually just posted a words on stream clip from one of my streams last year, I think. Probably late last year. That was slightly less intellectual in nature. You know, Meerkat's up here with literal level 99 words on stream skills. Mine were like level 7, which is also about the maturity level of the clip. I won't spoil it for you, but there's a clip on my social medias. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook.
Personally, I think it
that has all the goods. That's how you get smart. You snort the books, so you grind them up, organize them in little lines with credit cards, and just sniff them right on up. It's delicious. The leaking of GTA, yeah, GTA 6 drama, that's right. I thought they identified the guy. I think they even, like, shared a photo of him. I can't remember the guy's name, but per my understanding, it definitely caused a huff, and that it was,
Go ahead, please.
I think it was an ex-employee, maybe, or maybe a current employee. Well, maybe not anymore, but yeah, I think it was perhaps an inside job, and it was allegedly, and there's evidence, perchance, evidence that it might have been partly, what happened here? Might have been partly in retaliation for, you know, employees being mistreated, because of course Red Dead Redemption 2 famously had a very prolonged and unpleasant development cycle that had a lot of crunch baked into it. So maybe that's coming back to roost. Hard to say, but it's been spicy. I've not gazed upon the footage. All that I've gazed upon is people saying, wow, this footage looks like shit, and then people clowning on the people saying it looks like shit by saying, like, dude, it's fucking, like, you know, not, well, for one thing, it wasn't meant to be seen by the public, and it's still in development footage, so it's like, of course it's gonna be rough. And then there was that one motherfucker who was like, well, actually, pushes up glasses, graphics are the first thing completed in all video games. And then the internet just fucking divided by 0 as it collapsed into itself to fucking dunk on this one asshole and create a black hole singularity of memery, which has been entertaining, I will confess. Red Dead 2, make a 3. I mean, apparently Red Dead 1 and 2 are both amazing, but yeah, apparently 2's development cycle was really spicy and made a lot of employees really miserable. So Rockstar has had, I would say, not the bestest of what's the word I'm looking for, reputations amongst its team members for a while, you know, developers and employees for a while, and even amongst its audience to a degree, I would say. So it's not terribly surprising this kind of went down, honestly. This looks like, yes, exactly trying to start. Yeah, like, on the one hand, yeah, of course it's gonna look a little rough, and I understand people memeing on it, but then people trying to say, like, wow, this game is gonna be garbage. It's like, dude, this was, I don't even think they have a release window, much less a release date. So, I mean, it could have another several years in the, meant for it in the oven at least. So we'll see, but it's definitely gonna cause some shenanigans, obviously. Did the stream go down for a second? I just saw that, yeah, people were saying that the Twitch was being a little weird. So yeah, you probably missed some things I was saying, but trust me, when all the things I was saying, they were very smart and very intellectual. Yeah, it was a little bit weird. It's weird because I didn't drop any frames, or at least it doesn't show me as dropping any frames. But yeah, it was some kind of blip. Not sure what it was. Got a maiden name by blending it and doing some. Ooh, very good. Just wrap the butt. Yep. Honestly, enemas are underrated. Hold on, I gotta do something. I gotta do something really quick. Unless one of my mods beats me to the punch, you probably know what I'm about to do. Quote, add. Honestly, enemas are underrated. Jesus fucking Christ, that's pretty fucked up. So I gotta save it for posterity. There it is. Did I talk about boobs? Name one time when I've talked about... Okay, yes, it's true. They've sometimes come up in conversation. They sometimes jiggle their way into conversation. Rarely. Very rarely. Just froze for a bit. Yeah, I got you. I'm always smart and knowledgeable. Thank you, 8-Bit Llama. I knew you'd understand. I can always count on you. By the way, I rambled so long. Look at this. I rambled so long it's past midnight, so now I gotta wait for like 8 hours, like a dingus, for people to return here. Goes without saying, right? Like when I talk about boobs. When was the last time we talked about boobs? I feel like it has emerged a few times. They've bounded their way in from time to times.
I bet you're quite the
A real bounce to your step.
I'm Avras Addis. I'm the priest of Zenithar at the Leyawiin Chapel.
When was the last time we would have like played something where that would have come up? We haven't streamed Phantasy Star Online in a while, so it wouldn't be that. That one's innocent for now, but soon, my friends, soon. Phallic things, it does come up. And during PSO2, yeah, when you're playing games with the boys, I mean, yeah, phallic discussion is required by law.
For the finest goods and
Restore endurance, I'll take it. And then literally nothing else.
I appreciate your business.
Use a bidet, which was nice. But if you got, yeah, hemorrhoids, if you got stuff down there, yeah, going on down there, right, yeah, that could be unpleasant for sure.
Solana Blandia.
Solana Blandia.
Leyawiin Chapel. Bless the 9 and all the faithful.
All this talk about the 9, but no love for the 6. So sad. Very not nice if you ask me.
Bugok Groball always seems ready for a fight. Seems odd for a book.
It does come up, Void. God damn it, I hadn't even thought about that, but you're right. I did say that, didn't I? God damn it. Went right over my head. Yeah, I've actually never used a bidet. I've heard they're quite nice, but yeah, I've never had hemorrhoids, but I would imagine if I were to have them, it would make that, well, honestly, just any kind of like toilet paper or bidet, it would all probably be a little bit unpleasant, if I had to guess. Brings out the best of our, it really does, JD. It brings us all together, and it raises all us up. It raises all of us up, if you will. It really solidifies our friendship. Really engorges the members of our community and our friendship. Raises us up strong and mighty and rigid. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm done. But again, relative to what I was saying earlier, there was a very erect video I posted to social media. It's not that I didn't post that to Twitter, but I posted a different erect thing to Twitter and Instagram. You can post that kind of shit on Twitter. You can't post that kind of shit on Instagram. But no, it's not that. It's fine. Although I did hesitate. I was like, it's fine. Come on. People, you can say, scummy shit on Instagram. You just can't, show all the no-nos, all the naughty bits. Hard to avoid those kinds of conversations. It's to be embraced, Ipalama. Kissing the homies goodnight. That's correct. Mandatory kissing the homies goodnight and tucking them in. I knew you'd understand, Meerkat. Oh, but it was good. Oh, okay. When you said the second coming of Christ, I thought you meant like you saw like the end of days, but it's the good. It's the good one. I got you. Oh my God. Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna see him in New Genesis, JD, because yeah, we of course saw him a bunch in the good old days of PSO too. But yeah, I don't know if I ever saw him. You got ghosts down here? Fuck, dude. Shit, I don't know if I want to mess with ghosts. Life's too short to fuck with ghosts. Now let's see. Am I technically trespassing? Because I remember one time I got in big trouble by being in here.
Good day. When Sadrasa isn't teaching alchemy, he spends...
Yeah, trying to cure this Guma addiction. He was about to say that I have the hands of a healer, which I'm just going to assume that means he was coming on to me. And the answer to all of his questions is yes. Throbbing feelings. My throbbing hands will... Or my hands will help his throbbing feelings. I don't know. Something. My rates are affordable, I promise. We can work out a deal. Wonder if he thinks about us half as much as we do about him. I like to think that when you are a person who is a mainstay of an online video game community like Bob is, he's played with newbies and experienced homies and, has probably his own homies. I like to think, though, that there are some randos that do stick out in memory. So I like to think that the roving band of gigantic silver and blue robot and purple lady robot and short hobbit and Hitsune Miku, I like to think that will live on in his memory for years to come. Talking about impure things as you get blessings. That's right, Ipalama. Well, we have to counterbalance it, okay? If you're getting blessings from the divines, that's like, yeah, it brings you up. But if you get brought up too high, then, what's that Johnny Cash song? God's gonna cut you down. So if you want to counteract being brought up too high, you gotta do some degen shit to then reach an equilibrium so it's consistent and sustainable. It's very important to make sure you're keeping things real for yourself. Alright, so I've fucked around a lot. We fucked around a lot. We haven't found out too much. We've definitely fucked around a lot here. We have a lot of side quests to do. Actually, not even too sure where to start, but we have a thing outside of town to address, which is to say the thing for the Mages Guild in Fort Blue Blood. So there's that one. Some of the divines, they do. It's covered by Mara. It's covered in something, if you guys catch my drift. Yeah, there's at least one data that's like, that we, I think, already did a quest for that's all about something, and also sex. All things in moderation, correct. Would you bang a ghost as a friend with benefits if they were hot? And not just a one-time thing, but like a recurring friends with benefits situation. Are ghost STDs a thing? That would weigh very heavily on my answer. And of course, to be clear, this would be like, if time was rewound 6 years and I was still single. If I was a single Pringle. If I was a desperate young Alex, a desperate young Hobbit. And if the answer is yes, are ghost condoms an option?
What do you want?
If you don't sin a little, then that's right, Void. That's right. It's you gotta live it up, fam. It's what he would have wanted.
My name is Numine. you seen that? No.
All right, we talked to her already. Alcohol, sex, and debauchery. I sure hope so, honestly. Ghost STDs are not transmittable to humans. No ghost condoms. Can ghosts get pregante? That's the last one. That's the holy trinity. If it's no STDs, no protection necessary. If there's no pregante risks, then why would anybody say no? Unless they had like a fear of ghosts, or questions about its implications. I mean, if they had qualms about these things. I'm sorry, oatmeal, oatmeal.
I'm oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
I didn't do anything really. It wasn't me.
It wasn't him.
No, really, it wasn't me.
Never. JD says, I would do it regardless. JD said, yeah. Meerkat says, question, would you have sex with? And then JD like interrupts him halfway through. It's like, JD's like, yes. The answer is yes. Next question. Actually, no more questions. The answer is always yes. In fact, I already have had sex with a ghost. Maybe. Allegedly. Yeah, the moral implications. Poor Meerkat's over here like, guys, I'm trying to like introduce interesting discourse, and JDR like, yo, let me stick my dick in it. Good stuff. What's up, Stoats? We're talking about hypotheticals of romancing ghosts and why it is morally correct to have sex with them. Now, is banging a ghost necrophilia? Alright. I need to be careful how I phrase this. It's not that I frequently think about necrophilia, but in the times where I do think about necrophilia, I think about how it is, there's no consent, for the corpse. However, a ghost, presuming that they're able to communicate with human to ghost communication, if they can consent and they're down to clown, then maybe? I guess the answer is maybe. I think the answer is an answer I don't know if I want to think about too much. I think the great thing about sex with a ghost is that it should be done with as little thought as possible. You don't want to get tied up too much in the ins and outs of the moral implications, because it's probably more of a thing you do by feel. Shimada. What's Shimada? Hey, you look a little sad. Hey, what's Shimada out here? Yeah, I need some work. Does that count as necrophilia? And if yes, what's the... Oh my god, 8-bit llama, the fucking throwback. What was that lady? I think that was in Skingrod. It's called Skingrod because that lady is glad for the lack of skin on the zombies she relates to. That she knows in the biblical sense. To biblically know somebody. Signor's house. Signor's. Goods and guarantees. I'm sorry, I've been fucking around. I haven't really been paying attention. We have a lot of side quests. Sorry, when ghost horniness is on the menu, I tend to double dip if you catch my drift. God damn it, these are getting out of hand. I think we had a Thieves Guild thing. I think we had a Thieves Guild at some point. Let's see if we have that on here, or if I'm thinking of something else. Independent thievery. Gonna be up here in Leyawiin. A ring that belongs to Anjari. See if I can find her. So Khajiit living in Leyawiin. I wonder if we've either talked to her unknowingly or if I have somehow missed her all this time. If the body or soul is sentient, then consensual necrophilia. Yeah, it does feel like an oxymoron. I mean, if it's a ghost, well, the other like questionable thing, and there's a lot of questionable things happening here. It looks thievery to this one.
Pray approach me.
That's what I am. I'm about the stolen ring. We actually just ran into her in the streets. But the thing about ghosts is that they're incorporeal, so having sex with a ghost would be perhaps tricky logistically because you might not feel anything. And it's one emotionless sex, okay, I guess, feeling nothing, okay, there's that. But like physically feelingless sex, I don't know, that might become an issue. So yeah, that I guess there'd be a question of the physicality or lack thereof. Poor holy water, poor Meerkat's like, I came here for a wholesome discussion. And yeah, JD and myself and Ape and Llama, we're all like, yeah, it's holy because holes are involved. Nailed it. Can a ghost and a zombie be the same person? I would assume not. Well, I don't know. I guess like a zombie is like the body without the soul, and a ghost is a soul without the body. I guess that's kind of how I think about it, or something like that. So it's like, I guess, maybe that's a question. When a person dies, could their body become a zombie, and could their spirit become a ghost? I think usually not. I think like in video games and other lore, other universes and whatnot, the way it's portrayed is that like, yeah, you know, a person is a zombie. You know, they die, they become a zombie. Then you slay the zombie, or you turn undead, what have you. And then their spirit is set free, and sometimes their spirit will be like, thank you for releasing me. Now I can rest peacefully, blah, blah, blah. So I guess it depends, honestly. Zombies and ghosts are very similar. I don't think I would have sex with a zombie. I am 97% sure that I would not have sex with a zombie. Nothing, just debated necrophilia with people, and if there is such a thing as consensual necrophilia, wholesome discussion, just railing a couple of I thought you said octopussies, like the woman from that one James Bond movie, ectopussies. Thinking about the ectusy. Have a good night, Ipalama. Yeah, the zombie thing, no, it's like I just said, I am 84% certain I would not have sex with a zombie.
Yes. A filthy Argonian stole my precious ring. It was a gift from my mate. It has sentimental value. I will pay well. The stupid lizard hunts with the name Amusai. Find him, find my ring. Make him suffer, kill him, and I will be pleased.
Speaking of ride or die, this lady says, I'm fucking doing it, man. I'm fucking doing that shit. Yeah, Meerkat says I'm ride or die with anti-zombie discourse. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard to imagine any kind of zombie configuration that would be pleasurable. The kill on sight, it's a homie rule. Well, next time I see a zombie Meerkat, I will point them your way so you can dispatch them.
Stupid guild rules. He is only an Argonian. He is less than human and much less than Khajiit.
Oof. Yikes. Mild anti-Argonian racism. Goddamn. Less subhuman discourse. Woof. Swift hunting. Well, I would rather not kill if I can manage it, but you know, we'll talk to peeps. There's Oatmeal. I can't believe that man's name is Oatmeal. That's fucking ridiculous. Wonder if it's the same. Oh, wouldn't that be interesting? Yes, if it was indeed. If we're gonna see the people against whom we competed. Look around for him. Although I don't know why we have multiple points on the map. One might be him and one might be the ring if they're in separate locations. Zombie tubers? Ooh, Z-tubers, if you will, JD. It's possible in anime. Fucking hell, I guess sexified anything is possible in anime, isn't it? I guess that's the thing. Since I exist in I exist in the flesh tube universe. As a flesh tuber. So the rules for me are different. So it's easier for me to say, you know, no to certain things. But yeah, if things can be sexified in an anime, whew, that does complicate things, because it might be harder to turn certain things down then. Just the tip. That's right. Yeah, the Meerkat says hashtag just the tip is probably okay. Maybe. Hopefully.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Good day.
So we're looking for peeps. Are you a peep? You're a person. Rancid? I'm sure you're not rancid. I'm sure you're a pleasant person.
Saving up enough for some medicine.
Medicine. Here you go, bud.
Thank you, kind sir. I might know that for a price.
So we talked to her to get some intel. Here's 10 gold.
Walter was arrested. Seems he tried to swindle the Countess. He's rotting in a cell in the castle dungeon.
That's where he is. All right, so let's go to the sex dungeon then.
It's common knowledge that the jailers can be bribed to allow visitors to see prisoners.
I could probably sneak in myself, actually. JD says, I will be the mastermind
Seems it's common
of the apocalypse. Thank you very much. JD says, I will not stick my dick into things in reaction to the apocalypse. I shall cause the apocalypse by sticking my dick into things. Okay, god damn it. Hold on, I gotta do that one too. What did I say? I will cause the apocalypse by sticking my dick into things! Exclamation point. Eggplant emoji? Nah, too much. Too much. Know when to rein it in, Alex. Or reel it in. Reel it in, not rein it in. That does make sense. So they're in the jail. Beard hair? Yep, beard hair. So in the jail right now. So that means we gotta bust in. I need to break into jail. Beard hair? Goddamn. Second beard hair. I trimmed my beard a couple days ago, so I got a little stray beard hair sometimes. We gotta break into jail to talk to the lad and either convince him or steal from him or murder him to get his ring. And then break out. Seamlessly. Hopefully. Alkaline 9-volt batteries opened up to... Ooh, look at that. Makeshift 888. That is some good shit, Meerkat. Some good intel. That's some good wisdom. Here he's on his throne. Atop his throne. So we already saw the sex dungeon, although I've yet to enter the sex dungeon. So now, that's my chance. That is legit good. All memes aside, that's like legit good, actually, yeah. And I did not know that about 9 volts. Turns out you can teach old hobbit new tricks. There's the jailer. What's up, bud?
Look lost.
Your
You're
face
not
looks
supposed
lost.
to be down here.
I'm not?
Yeah, we got him here. Argonians aren't allowed visitors, though. Countess Alicia's orders. She's the thing about the lizard folk.
Are people just casually racist here? Not even for 20 gold coins?
You say. I thought you wanted to see Amuday. He's off limits. Amusay, though, is just down the hall. Make it quick.
Make it quick. He's all smiles now. 20 gold will sweeten the pot. Will grease the rails. Human teeth can make good serrated edges. All right, Hannibal Lecter, sounds good, JD. Lots of good little bonuses, little bonus nuggets of knowledge written down. The numbers are bullshit, but the knowledge is important. What's up, Grovana? Your timing is exquisite. We're having very normal conversations, all right? Very normal. We were definitely not having questionable conversations about sex with ghosts or using human teeth as serrated edges. And I definitely didn't just add a quote that said, I will cause the apocalypse by sticking my dick into things. But anyway, enough about me. GVS, you're doing some more Assassin's Creed. I know Odyssey, right? Yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey has been the big focus for a while. I remember when you were last in here, you were like, Odyssey is like it's like a full-time job at this point. It's been a big one. That was the one. Thank you, Meerkat. Thank you, bud. Yeah, sex with ghosts, you know, the standard conversation, standard streamer discourse. GV, do you have any clips you want to share? Dude, thank you, my man. GV, you're too kind, buddy. For those who don't know, Grovana is a fellow Elder Scrolls dude. He's actually a much more knowledgeable and experienced Elder Scrolls dude. He is also a Soulsborne dude and an Assassin's Creed dude. He's a dude of many things and of many games. I know he was doing Terraria a while back, and I loved watching the Terraria stuff, buddy. Very selfishly, because I love Terraria. He's a variety man at heart and does a lot of great games, and he's a cool homie. And I appreciate you, man. Thank you, by the way. You're finishing stuff tomorrow. Wow, 17 streams. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I think without exaggeration, I think I've been streaming Oblivion for like 40 plus streams. So it's been a project, so I understand sometimes games taking a minute. There's a lot of crap to do in this game, obviously. But thank you. I appreciate the raid, buddy. Yeah, if you have other things planned, I'd love to hear about it. You have other things planned for either this week or for this weekend. Teeth can make a mean weapon. Yeah, I would imagine so. I don't plan on needing this knowledge, but it's knowledgeable knowledge. It's good to see, by the way, Johnson. It's definitely hypothetical. Thank you, Robco. Robco knows what's up. GV says, holy crap. Yeah, it's been... Part of it is that I was, I think, too maybe a little bit cavalier about trying to explore every dungeon and every ruin and every cave and trying to do everything. I have since focused more on like doing quests specifically. So on the Mages Guild and of course Fighters Guild, Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, I guess I am still doing everything, but focusing on the quest kind of stuff. Right now we are doing some side quests in Leyawiin, although we primarily came here for the Aid for Bruma quest, trying to gather homies to help out defend Bruma from Oblivion gates that are, you know, opening up out of people's buttholes, or however it works. So we got that to deal with. In fact, we only have 2 cities left to signify aid for. This place, Leyawiin, as well as we got to go back to Skingrad, get their aid as well. So we got a few more gates to close before the Bruma stuff is ready to roll. That's a pretty big major main quest. We're going to do, like I said, a lot of guild stuff. We also are eventually going to do a bunch of DLC stuff too. So this game is going to be at it for a while. But was dead when I went. Oh, no, it's okay, Johnson. I appreciate you here. And like I said, we're doing some side questing in this cool little place. Specifically, we're about to. This is for a Thieves Guild quest. Actually, we're trying to get a stolen ring back from another person.
Walking past Rosentia Galenis' home the other day, and I heard these strange animal noises.
Strange animal noises.
From inside. Very odd.
Human meat is not safe. Good to know. Good to know. There's one called Kuru. Spongiform encephalopathy, which will lead to death. Now, it does not turn me into a sponge. That's disappointing. Dying in 30 years from a rare disease is less likely than... Oh, 30 years. Oh, well. I mean, I guess if, you know, if the chips are down and it's that or starvation, then... that's a shitty situation to be dealt with, but I guess it's something. Now, I probably could have just snuck in here myself. So I can absolutely just bust that lock open. But I guess I'm doing it the legit way, so... Works for me. Twerks for me. Oh, thank you, Meerkat. I wish I could say that it's because I've had a lot of knowledge with human to human meat transmission, but sadly I'm pretty I'm pretty inexperienced along those lines.
The Thieves Guild's new favorite.
That's me. I'm the favorite.
What do you
I can
want?
feel bad, Johnson. No, you know me, Johnson. It's never an expectation. Of course, I'm glad you're here, my friend. It's always a pleasure. Now, one thing that's helped me with, like, pronunciation of, like, diseases and whatnot is... It's gonna sound fucking stupid, but, like, Morrowind has some weird fucking sounding names for the diseases. What is it? Porphyric hemophilia is the vampire disease. Like, some weird stuff, bud. So, tell me about rumors first.
Past Rosentia Galenis' home
Alright, so he had the same name, but I don't think he was walking near there anytime recently, because he's been locked up here for a bit.
The Thieves Guild refused to take me, so I came here.
It's mad cow disease for humans. That's such an interesting thing to mention, Meerkat. I feel like I read something just earlier today about something about somebody dying to mad cow disease for humans. So, like, I feel like I heard about this very recently.
Forced to live as a freelance thief.
This is a freelance thief, not a guild member. So yeah, the thing I read probably earlier today was referring to the disease you just mentioned. Morrowind just has some weird sounding names. Just for things. It's just a weird fucking game, but I love it. I love
Why
Morrowind.
should I tell you where it is? Here I sit in Leyawiin's dungeon while you are free. What will you do for Amusai if I tell you?
Put a good word for you. Give you a lockpick, maybe. Cut you one of the profits. Ooh. Let's do that.
And what good will money do me when they come
Bribe
to
the guards,
snatch my
maybe?
neck? Find a way to get me out of here. Then we'll talk. Besides, you're a thief. You just sell the ring and let me swing.
About Dead Island? If it's in Dead Island, actually, I've never actually played. Well, I've played Dead Island, but I haven't, like, really played it. I played, like, the first, like, 30 minutes of it with some friends. It was cool, but I never, like, followed up on it.
You'd do that for me? Maybe you guild types aren't so
Lockpick,
bad
that's
after
right.
all. Okay.
So they make references to Kuru. Interesting.
Give me a lockpick, and I'll tell you about the ring.
Take the lockpick. Here you go, bud.
Freedom. Yes, I stole that ring from a Daiji. When I went to sell it, the fence told me
Too hot.
I was
Too spicy.
hot for him. He showed me an inscription on the inside to Alessia. That had to be the Countess of Leyawiin. The damn ring was stolen property.
The plot thickens.
Well, I figured I would ransom it back to the Countess, except she tricked me. I was arrested.
It's the Countess has it. What?
The ring.
Unexpected.
The Countess rarely leaves the castle. Good luck getting it back.
All right, we gotta put on our gamer skill pants for this one. Gamer sneak pants. Dead Island Expert, one of only 3. That's actually impressive because yeah, I liked the game when I played of it, but I never like stuck to it. But I definitely want to go back for it because I've heard it's fun and it looked cool, like when I played of it. San Andreas, Piazza, nice, bud. San Andreas is a game I need to go back for because I've played a lot of Vice City and GTA 3 over the years, but I played through San Andreas once and I loved it, but I like never revisited it, so I need to come back for it at some point. Got some ginger green tea, the spicy. Yeah, ginger is kind of spicy and peppery, isn't it? I don't drink alcohol, but I do enjoy some like fun sodas from time to time, and there's a non-alcoholic ginger beer you can buy at a lot of grocery stores. Or some grocery stores near here, at least. And I was like, I like ginger ale. Ginger beer sounds nice. And I remember taking one sip, and I mean, it tasted good, but like it hurt. It was painful. It was so, I don't know if it's spicy is the word, but just peppery. It bites back, man. It hurts. So I had to, I bought a 4-pack, perhaps foolishly, but I drank it all, and I drank it by like just getting a glass and just fucking cramming that thing full of ice to dilute it down as much as it could go. Took a minute, but it was more or less doable. Thank you once again to Grovana for the very kind raid. Once again, if you have anything you want to plug, if you got any cool streams coming up soon, this week or next week, or if we got any clips from the stream that you want to share, if anybody has any GV clips they want to share, Grovan is a cool dude, and he raids me frequently, and the problem is I tend to go late into the degenerate hours, but Grovan is much more responsible than I am. So he tends to end his stream at reasonable hours, so I have a harder time getting him on the raid targets, but it's always very, very much appreciated. That's what got you into the zombies and the apocalypse stuff. I got you, Meerkat, because you got the knowledge, bud. It's pretty impressive. I over-gingered it, so it's extra spicy tummies. That's right, that's right. Heat, not the spice. They call pepper spicy. Yeah, it's like, I'm not sure what the word is. Like, it's not spicy in the standard sense. It's a very unique sensation. A liquid cleanse. Oh, boy. Shot of ginger juice. Ugh, like a shot of it. Ooh, that's rough.
I owe you a debt of gratitude.
I was like gonna say, like, don't like bust out right now because he's just gonna run to the guard and get fucking murdered. So, I like to avoid that. Also, I like these little Tom and Jerry mouse holes in these little cavern walls every time. I always imagine there's a larger than usual mouse that lives in one of these and feuds with a tomcat. Makes my stomach want to puke from the oh right, the GERD, right. Yeah, you told me about that. Good luck to the Toms, that's right, the Tommies.
You're not supposed to be
down here, blah blah blah. Yeah, tell me about this ring.
I don't think it would be appropriate for me to talk about private family matters with a stranger.
Would I be a stranger if I were to make you like me a lot? As if to say, which is just to say, like me, wink. Hold on, I'm gonna save before I try this. We haven't actually done this in a minute.
I'm listening.
Let's see if we can make him think we're really cool. So, jokes are good, coercion not, hates boasting, but loves admiration and joke. So let's do small boast.
Full of it.
Medium
That's
joke.
good.
Big
Really?
admire, small
That's
coercion.
just talk.
So then we'll do... let's rotate one more time, actually. We'll do pretty good admire, small coercion, small boast, pretty good joke. 55, not bad.
Not bad at all.
We'll do small coercion, small boast, big joke, pretty good admire. 58. We're getting there. We're raising it on up. Raising it up little by little.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
good
get it.
joke, pretty good admire, small coercion, small boast. That was good. 65. I think we got to get to 70. It's usually how it goes. Big admire, big joke.
That's cute.
Let's rotate. Oh, not great. This is gonna hurt. Oh, okay, so I went in too deep on that one. That was too bold of me. Rotate again. Let's do big admire.
You're a big fat. Yeah. Is
66.
that
Dang it.
so?
I'm making slow but steady progress. Let's do another rotate.
Is that
Small,
so?
small,
Don't make good
big,
ones.
decent. 67.
You do me too
Come on,
much.
one more. Like, we got to get to 70, baby. That's all we need. Big
Sure,
joke.
That's cute.
Gonna rotate. Yeah, small. 67. Right back where we landed. I keep landing with not the best configurations, but I can't blame it on the
Really
game.
now?
Small, medium. There we go. 71.
That works for me.
So now will we talk about this?
Countess is very happy to have her ring back. I don't think she's taken it off for days. If you want to hear the whole story, talk to Lidara.
Lidara. All right, that's where we're going next. This is going to be involved, I feel. I feel this is not going to be an easy questy, but that's okay. By the way, where is this person?
Morning, she is at the town chapel. At the castle, she hosts the evening meal at 8. She retires sometime after 11.
So yes, this is a
She
Thieves Guild
travels
quest.
to
It's going to be
Kor
more
on the Ides
involved.
of every month. Don't even try to find her between the 15th and 17th.
I'll be specific, but okay. Can't do geoguessr for this weekend. Oh, that's a shame, Johnson. Unless he can play remotely, but if he's doing other stuff, I understand. Turmeric, ginger, and pepper oil. Ooh, that sounds unpleasant. But if it helps, you know, by all means. Only 1 a.m. That's right. Yeah, only 1 a.m. That's so early, right? Getting him into it. It's okay, Johnson. There'll be more opportunities. I think we'll do the geoguessr thing on weekends from time to time, so there'll be recurring opportunities. No idea what's going on. Yeah, so that's basically like a puzzle.
Certainly.
What's the word? To like raise your disposition with somebody. In Morrowind, it was an opposed dice roll based on your speechcraft skill and your personality score, that kind of thing. In this game, those things help, but it's kind of a puzzle of sorts where you have to find what things they respond to and try to strike while the iron is hot for the things they like and do small hits for the things they don't like. Kind of dumb because this guy, we know he likes admiration and jokes and he hates coercion and boasting, but you still have to do all four. So it's kind of ridiculous to me that I'm talking to somebody and I think they like this and this, but sorry, I still have to boast and I still have to coerce you. It's weird. I guess I like that they made it into like a more skillful puzzle than just opposed dice rolls, but it's a little bit wonky on. What is the Oblivion bingo? It was something we added recently, although the past couple streams I didn't get to capitalize on it because the game kept crashing on us before we could, you know, end properly. However, yes, we have an Oblivion bingo card. I elected to add this to the pot because we have bingo cards for other games we've played, like Noita and Binding of Isaac and Roller Coaster Tycoon. But yeah, we're going to be at this game for a while, so we might as well, I suppose. So I added that a little while back, and I'm always trying to think of new panels to put onto the card.
Well met.
Hildara, we actually just talked to you. Or heard about you, rather. I'm an adventurer, that's me.
I don't think I like that question. Are you planning something nefarious?
Nefarious?
Why don't you just go away.
She doesn't like that.
Lady Alessia frowns on her staff talking about her personal life. You understand,
She is
I'm sure.
literally like sitting just a few feet away from her. So, once again, we get to make her, hopefully try, and succeed, to like us. So, let's see if we can make the same magic happen once again. Max Persuasion can end the conversation and... Wait. Oh, I see, because yeah, when you talk to them with your weapon out, it makes them like you less. That makes sense. So you can kind of use that to grind up the skills. Just mention some skooma. Mention skooma and they'll love you forever. That is accurate. Let's try this again. So let's see what she responds to. So she likes jokes, does not like admiration, likes coercion. Oh no, I'm sorry, likes boasting. So boasting and jokes she loves. So small coercion.
You can't scare me.
Do another rotate. Small admire. Pretty good boast. Big joke.
I get it.
I think we ended up the exact same number. Let's try that again. Do big joke. Small.
Nonsense.
Big. Small. That's perfect. You want big on the things they like and small on the things they don't like. So you gotta maximize the good, minimize the less than good. Just gonna rotate again. Let's do small admire.
Nonsense.
Not the best configuration there. 55, yeah, we ended the same. Small.
You're wasting your breath.
Oh.
Not bad. Don't.
55 again. Dang, I need to be doing the rotates more often. This is getting tricky.
What nonsense.
What nonsense. Rotate.
You can't scare me. Yeah.
There we go. I was gonna say, I need that big one to land on something that I want. So I gotta know when to time those rotates. That's where they get you.
That's pretty good. Don't talk such gracious.
Ooh, that was very lucky. Holy shit. All right, so we've maxed out the disposition attempts, but if we need to grease the rails just a little bit more, always got them briberies. Boop.
Appreciate the
73. Suddenly, we're
Excellent.
besties. Suddenly, we besties.
Countess Caro is so relieved to have the ring back. It's been missing for many years. She wears it constantly. Well, not all the time. I mean, she puts it in her jewelry box for baths and at night. No proper lady would wear her jewelry to bed.
Thank you for that very detailed account, lady. AKA besties, because she's our BFF forever. It doesn't, yeah, it's, I can think of only a few occasions when it's happened. Although, Johnson, I'm afraid to jinx it, but it has not crashed yet. So, we've been live for 3 hours. We'll probably go for another hour. We'll see. We'll see. Do I start the bingo card every stream? No, the bingo card is something I would love to talk about because it's something that is a fairly new addition to the Oblivion streams. So every time you copy and paste that URL, you will get a unique bingo card every time. So if you wanted to, you could get multiple bingo cards. I would say, like, per stream, that is. I would probably avoid doing multiple ones per stream. It kind of, you know, ruins the spoils the spirit of it. But yeah, every time you copy and paste that link, that URL, you will get a unique one every time you click generate a card. And there are more panels that I've added than there are panels on a single bingo card. I think, what is it? It's 5x5 with one free entry, one free piece or something. Or maybe it's like, or maybe it's, well, if it was 5x5. No, that's right. Yeah, if it's 5x5. So that would be 25, but minus one. So 24. So it's 24 panels. And I've probably put like maybe 40 panels. So you will see different things each time, which is kind of neat.
I think I hear Milady calling.
That's her. She's definitely calling.
Right one.
I am very bright, I can assure you. Can I talk to you about your ring? I fucking might as well, I guess. Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, when I made the Noita bingo card and the Isaac, Binding of Isaac bingo cards, Noita ISAAC, it was so easy. But yeah, for Oblivion, I was like, what's a good 5-letter word for Oblivion? Scrolls? No, that's too many characters. I was thinking Elder Scrolls, but there's 2 E's, which is kind of rough. I was like, Sadge, there it is. That's perfect. Got the popper to sleep, hell yeah. Tell me it is the sleep he wakes up from. Oh, Jesus. The phrasing. Oh, fuck.
I don't answer questions about royal jewelry from riffraff like you.
Like you? What if I became besties with you? That's right. We're doing it again, baby. More making people like us through talking big about things they like and talking small about things they don't like. So here we go, friends. She hates admiration, likes a joke, likes coercion. Oh, sorry. Likes boasting. I think she dislikes jokes. I think she likes coercion.
I salute you, most impressive. You think
Does
that's
not like
funny?
jokes. I think I have to do that one.
Nonsense.
So we do a big,
You've
there we
got
go,
a point.
55. Actually, we went down 54. So small admire.
Nonsense.
Yeah, small
That's
joke.
just
Big,
nonsense.
and then pretty
I won't
good.
fight you.
59 is pretty good, although we've already maxed out. So now we gotta throw her the big bucks to become besties with the Countess. So big bucks number 1,
Every little
and it
bit
goes down
helps.
each time, so
Every little
you do
bit
get
helps.
diminishing
Every
returns.
little bit. For
So
me,
pretty expensive. That was a couple hundred bones. Will the intel be
that's
worth it? Let's find
very
out.
Good. Yes. After all these years, I have my ring back. I wear it all the time now. Of course not when I sleep. I am a proper lady.
I'm a proper lady after all, don't you know? Alright, so no new intel, but you know, that was one way to do it, I guess. We're trying to make besties with everybody. Because we are going to steal this ring. That is going to happen. My brain went dark, that's right. He'll wake up and then piss on the floor without telling you. Well, that is the glory of puppies, right? I don't know how young the pupper is, Mr. JD, but
Goodbye.
if he's a young pup, then, you know, it takes a while. Like I said, I just saw JD's post on Twitter. He was like, I got the pupper, getting him adjusted to like, you know, to apartment living, and then he was like, I'm so tired, because puppies are great, but they can be exhausting. No doubt about it. Alright, so we got lots of intel. Obviously, I'm going to save because we've been doing a lot, and we were talking just earlier how the game hasn't crashed, and I would rather not tempt fate. I'm almost afraid to say those words out loud, but I don't want to give the game any ideas. And we do have some chameleon-laden things we can equip to help us be sneaky. I'm going to need all the help we can get. We need to be sneaky. Now look at this. Somehow this armor, you know, compare that with this thing. This light little leather tunic, if that's even the word for it, but this one cuirass with exposed arms, there's hardly anything to it, has nothing sneaky about it apparently, but this jangly hulking piece of metal has great chameleon effects to it. Who fucking knew, right? Crazy. So we got that, and then we also have chameleon 30%. I think we have one more on top of that. We got chameleons on chameleons. There we go. So that brings us to 85, I think. Do I have an amulet as well, or am I misremembering? I think I have potions and spells, so I could get to 100 if need be. I don't think I have another piece of equipment for it yet, so we'll hold off on that aspect. Yeah, nothing there. However, let's take a look at what our numbers look like. We are chameleon 85%. That's pretty dang good. So we're not completely invisible, but we're pretty gosh darn close. So that's pretty good. So give me one sec, friends. I need to use the restroom. I need to use the little hobbit's room. I'll be very brief. Hiking across country. What a nerd. How dare he? Some chicken wings. Aw, man. Some 1:30 a.m. chicken wings. Let's see, what time is it? 2:45 p.m. They're probably not going to bed anytime soon. What time do they wrap up their stuff?
We arrested that miscreant. That stupid lizard.
Let's see what their office hours are.
Wouldn't waste much time thinking about him anymore. I don't think I like that question.
Yeah, they don't like it when you talk about that, apparently.
I think it would be a...
Okay, well, the thing is, we've already bribed so many people to talk about that. There's really nothing else we could glean from it, I don't think.
What do you need?
What don't I want? I like how whenever you ask somebody, yes, I want to talk about finding this one person, they get like, whoa, what the fuck, dude, that's so weird. I like how nobody is, I guess, bothered by the fact that I'm just a mostly invisible lad, just poking around.
Have you anything new to report?
Nothing new to report, sir, not at all. So I'm just gonna, like, assume it'll be something like, 7 p.m. Actually, that's too much. Let's do 6:58. So are they adjourning for the night? So now's my chance then. Yeah, now's my chance to be sneaky snake. And so I'll have to be careful about this, because this is going to be a more involved thieving operation. It's going to require multiple, you know, phases of sneakery. This ain't like the introductory Thieves Guild quests where, you know, you can steal some things and locked in like places that are maybe kind of hard to reach and maybe are kind of hard to find, but not too challenging really. This is going to be more involved, where we have to be more actively sneaking around, being very careful, getting around guards, that kind of stuff. So we gotta exercise several layers of gamer skills. That's an easy lock to break. Guess that's the one then. It's the stewards and healers quarters. That's not what I'm after. I'm after the fancy schmancy quarters. I'm opaquely challenged, says Meerkat. Opaquely challenged. That's what we call this translucence that we're experiencing right now. That's all it is. Opaquely challenged. Nobleman's bedroom. That's right, bud. Some thief, dude. Now, I remember you saying, Stoats, that Thief 1, Dark Project, is your favorite, which surprised me because most people say Thief 2 is the superior game. So I'd be curious to know, like, if you would still, like, because I plan on playing Thief 2 at some point fairly soon. And I'd be curious if there were, like, things that you liked or disliked about, you know, one over the other. I could sneak into all these places, but I don't know how ham I necessarily want to go. How John Ham I want to go. Because, I mean, there could be other things rife for the thievering. Like torches, for instance. Because, you know, Thieves Guild loves fencing stolen goods. This is going into their sex dungeons, though, obviously. Every good nobleman's area needs a good sex dungeon. Oh my god, it becomes the Navy SEALs copy pasta. BDR. Oh, you haven't played it yet? Oh, I gotcha. It's just that you really love the first one. Because, yeah, I've heard people say that, like, they love they like Thief 1, but Thief 2 is like, oh my god, it's so amazing. But I've not played it else, otherwise. So I'm right there with you. Now, isn't that interesting? Let's explore that in a second, but I was not expecting a little bonus compartment like that. I'm excited to try it out, though. Because I think it's on Steam. It's probably on GOG, on Good Old Games. So I think there's probably a few opportunities. I'd imagine there's probably, like when I played Thief 1, there's probably things you can download to make the game play a little bit nicer. Secret room? Dude, we gotta see what's in here. Holy shit. As I understand, getting the game to run on modern operating system with, you know, just out of the box, vanilla out of the box, you're gonna have some problems, probably. What is this secret room gonna be? Very ominous candles and a red glow. Could this be? Could this be what I'm very much hoping it is? What have I stumbled upon? This is still very much all stolen things. Owned things that I potentially could be stealing. It could supplant. That's right, man. So you've heard all the nice things I've heard about it. And then some, probably. Grog without the R. Yeah, I call it Gog. It just sounds weird when I call it that. So I was joking about having a sex dungeon down here, but damn, I wasn't aware quite the depravity that was going down here. Now, this is all very unpleasant. Weird how they have like an observation chamber for watching fucking torture sequences. This is getting weird. This is some eyes wide shut BDR. Yeah, dude. Not at all what I was expecting. Let me guess. I'm gonna find a severed head in here. Just some shit that I want to steal. Oops, my hand slipped. Hemophilia is a real kink. It is. It is. It's not one that I mean, I can't really get the appeal, but you know, there's something for everybody. I guess as long as everyone is consenting, a consenting adult, then I'm sure, I guess. Just a little rough. Blood and leather. Secret torture room. Yeah, this is something that's memorable, all right. Yeah, this is the, what they call it? The secret room under Castle Leyawiin. Now, does every castle have a secret torture sex dungeon, or is this the only one? Because to get here, we had to enter this door, and there was a tunnel at the end, and there was a switch we had to flip. We just found it in a barrel just for one reason or another. Yeah, very, very twisted. I hope there's a side quest where we get to, like, learn more about this, because this is fucked and fascinating. The two Fs. What is this? This is Leyawiin. Yeah. It's all dark and red. I was thinking it was Dark Brotherhood. I was thinking it was a Dark Brotherhood hideout within the castle. Wouldn't that be wild? Now, allegedly, I think the Skingrod Count knows about Dark Brotherhood. Like, knows about the hidden clubhouse that is in the abandoned house in Shadenhall. And, like, has chosen not to, you know, not to do anything with it. But allegedly, they know of it. Wasn't that interesting? They, I guess, boarded... Oh, here we go. I was going to say that they boarded up. So it's a switch not unlike this one. There we go. Entrance to the basement. Now, I'm guessing... Yeah, this right here. This lever right here is how you would open it on this side. Some wild shit, man. A lot of blood to lose. That's right. Yeah, the human body can apparently withstand quite a lot of loss before, you know, real problems happen. Well, I guess it depends on, you know, body mass and, you know, etc., etc. How well they clot. That's a good first date question. Hey baby, how well does your blood clot? Followed by, I'm calling the police, you fucking weirdo. A fun fact about Skingrads count? I might not yet know it because it doesn't come to mind. We've done some Skingrad questing, but not a lot. In fact, Skingrad is going to be our last town for the Allies for Bruma. It's our last town to visit for Allies for Bruma, and I don't think I've done much castle exploration. So it sounds like there's maybe some dramatic things to appreciate about Skingrad when the time comes. Everything else of note, but I mean the fucking secret torture sex dungeon is pretty hard to beat. I have a feeling I'm not going to see much else down here that competes with that as being a point of interest. Yeah, no severed heads, no notes or journals with detailed torture logs, which would be a strangely incriminating thing to just keep on hand, but that's how it goes sometimes in games like this. And so now we're outside the basement, obviously. So let's venture back then. Yeah, I got a little distracted when I saw other doors to open and saw other things to explore. Little did I know that it was going to lead to some legitimately interesting things. So yeah, that's what I did. I went down. I went off the beaten path this way, and that's what led to the little, seemingly innocuous little spot that led to that secret door. So yeah, I was more... Oh, Alessia, isn't that the woman's name? Maybe she was named for a saint. Got some brandy, nice. I'm just looking for things to steal for the Thieves Guild just while I'm in this neck of the woods. Not things that I need to gank, but things that I desire to gank. I desire the gankening. So no heads? Ask BDR. Are you supposed to smash the skateboard after asking that question? So no head, followed by skateboard destruction. Okay, I'm a little bit perturbed at the fact that this place is empty. I was thinking this is where Schlumbuddy would be sleeping. Unless she's bathing right now. She said she... yeah, here's the jewelry box. Yeah, this is her bedroom. I don't know what time it is. 10 p.m. It is late. So yeah, so she has not stopped in for sleepy times yet. I'm gonna close this door actually, because if she were to swing in while I'm doing this, I'd want it to be not a surprise. Warrior. Just a book called Warrior. Raises your block skill. Cool. Cool as fuck. I'll take it. What a very boring name for a book. What's it about? A warrior. What's it called? I'm not good with names. I'm better at writing the books than I am at naming them. Argonian account, always a classic. Well, I could just sit on this chair and just wait for her like a mostly invisible fucking creepy ass serial killer. Wouldn't that be some creepy shit? Book's name is George. If people would just ask me my name, it'd be easier. Could it be that it's already in there, though? I feel like if I unlock it now, it's going to be suspicious. It's kind of striking, isn't it? Like, I don't know, it almost makes me wonder if it's one of those things where it, like, moves away. A dad joke? Hit me with it, Meerkat, I'm ready. There's nobody here. Nobody exists in this place. Are they all just congregating in the sex torture dungeon? Do the people here not actually sleep? They just torture each other and get off from it? I hope the answer is yes, by the way. I hope the answer is like a all caps yes, please. A yes, please, daddy. Whoops, didn't mean to grab that. I would steal a lot of things, but not things that are of such low value. They're beneath me. Bloop. All that for a shovel and some calipers. Shoved into a chest somehow. Okay. I'm just gonna, I guess I'll just check it out. I thought for sure that she'd be sleeping in here, but no dice. Late at night, and this is pretty late. Oop. Oh. There it is. That simple. Wow. That was so much easier than I thought it would be. Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be much more involved. Series of woodworking tools walks into the bar. Wait a second. Hold on. Woodworking tools walks into the bar. Woodworking tools. I mean... Alright, so I'll confess. This one might have gone over my head. Oh, okay. I was like, is there more to it? Yeah, there's more to it. We have a drink named after you. I'll take 2 Matthews. That's right. That's right. I have heard that one before, or like different flavors of it, and it's a classic. Divining the Elder Scrolls. Now, I didn't think the Elder Scrolls was a thing. So I thought that was just a name, but didn't like signify anything. What the fuck could this possibly be? And pierce the veil. You have the flux of time itself. Prophet who reads the scroll sees one person of what might be. Another prophet might be a different vision with a great equal veracity. Price for the insight is the reader's sight. He is struck blind. Okay, so maybe what they're getting at is it's like a fourth wall, maybe not breaking, but fourth wall nudging. Where they're saying like, well, yes, the hero of the story sometimes looks a little different, etc., etc. But you know, their status as a hero is unchallenged, blah blah blah. So something like that, maybe. It's a fourth wall kind of situation. The fantasy of Nirn. They are tangible items. Okay, so it's not just a clever fourth wall thing. There is an actual thing. Because yeah, I was thinking the Elder Scrolls were not real. Hello, everybody. I see we're all eating. I'm just gonna be on my merry way for no reason. Doing nothing suspicious out here. No, sorry, Bob. Where's that guy going? Sprinting after his homie. Of course, he is his bodyguard, so you know. It's weird how that was so easy, though. Again, I was expecting that to be much more involved, but maybe we just had really good timing. It's weird to me that they were eating until 12:40 a.m. Maybe the game was going easy on us. Wouldn't surprise me. It's Anjari.
How do you do?
Have a good night, Meerkat. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. And for sharing your knowledge and your jokes. You'll eventually come across at least a Elder Scroll. It's like that meme of the one woman from Arrested Development, where she's like, here's $20, go see a Star War. Here's 20 septums, go acquire an Elder Scroll. 13 golf balls. I don't know. Because 14 would have been too many. Is that a golf joke or is that an anti-joke? Because if it's a golf joke, I don't play golf, and my experience with golf has been playing Mario Golf once, and going to a driving range once. If it's an anti-joke where it's like because the 14th ball would have killed him and ruptured his stomach, then it's like, oh shit.
Why does the prey approach me?
Pulitzer surprise. Pulitzer surprise. Oh, Pulitzer prize. Pulitzer surprise. Pulitzer prize. Yeah. Winning joke. It has gone over my head. And when you're short like I am, when you're 5'3", you're used to things going over your head frequently.
Does the hunter have this one's ring?
I sure do, homie. Ooh, or do we rat that motherfucker out? She already like has it out for this guy. Do I up the ante? Because he's about to be a free man. Well, she is a cat, so she might appreciate the ratness. He is not a guild member, and she is. Oh shit.
Amuse tried to sell it to Alicia Caro. Ah,
The drama. Johnson says, spill that tea, motherfucker.
Adarji uses the ring much more wisely. I use it to collect and sell information. That ring can be used to read private messages the Count writes.
Interesting.
Get me that ring. Steal it from Alicia Caro if necessary. Just bring me the ring. I will pay double.
Hold on. You can, like, use it to read things? Now I'm curious. $200 gold coins is nothing, obviously. That's chump change. You kidding me? What I'm curious is... Doesn't, like, say there's magical properties. What I'm curious is if I wear this ring and then I go back to the sex dungeon, will the torture dungeon, are there, like, hidden messages I could then find? It's more than 100, yeah. Does anybody who knows this game really well? Does anybody know if, like, that's a thing? I feel like I'm reaching. I feel like I'm reaching for a functionality that doesn't exist, but it's used to read coded messages. I wonder if I should keep this and try to fuck with it, or if it's a waste of time. You have to think critically about them, yeah. Yeah, because this could cause some drama, obviously. It's the family ring. There will probably be implications. This will probably impact some things. So, yeah, I kind of want to fuck around, honestly. I kind of want to, like, the problem is we've already wasted a lot of time. Nothing for the player to see. Oh, okay. Thank you, Stones. Because, yeah, I was thinking, like, I could go back to the castle and fuck around, but we spent a lot of time fucking around already, so I don't want to waste people's time if it is, you know, if it wouldn't be very interesting necessarily. But good lore, though. Good lore to just keep in our back pocket. I'll then go back to our previous loadout of stuff. Appropriate that we're talking to a Khajiit while wearing a Khajiiti ring. How appropriate. I think that was a Daedric relic, I think. You believe. 8% ring. And then... like, damage, yes. I don't have any other reflect damage things, do I? We just have that, and then our reflect damage shield, 30%. So 39% total.
Swift hunting.
Let's do this. I will save.
Why does the prey...
And here you go, bud.
The hunter
I got the goods.
My ring. Oh, thanks to the claws of the clan mother, you have recovered it. Is that slimy Argonian dead? Did he suffer long? I hope so. You have earned the
Doesn't even
reward.
give us a chance to answer.
The Thieves Guild was always good to Adarji's dearest mate. I am grateful that the memory is still honored.
Yeah. Yeah, just like Stoats was saying, this... I don't regret doing this quest, but... implications might transpire in the future because of you know, what we have done. I'm trying to think of other Thieves Guild quests that were, you know, questionable at least. Completed quests. Or, sorry. Yeah, completed quests. Completed a lot of quests, obviously. And it's kind of going to be weird to sort them or anything. So, like, looking might take a while, obviously. It's probably not really worth scrolling through. But yeah. This is one where it would have been really cool if there would have been... so you're gonna let me do this? Okay. Oh, shucks. Almost got away with it. Nope, doing it. What are you doing? Nothing, I say as I stand up suddenly. Yeah, if there would have been or could have been some kind of means of like keeping the ring for ourselves and using it to decode messages written to and from the Count and learn more about that secret torture room and like, or learn something, you know, learn more about the stuff firsthand. Oh man, that would have been so fucking cool. So I was kind of hoping that the rabbit hole did go deeper. Yeah, I'm excited for both. In fact, our next time we go to the Imperial City, we have a Dark Brotherhood quest to knock out while we're there. So doing some ethically dubious and sometimes straight up evil shit sometimes feels so good. Gotta report back to Scriva and Breville. So next time we go to Breville, we'll knock that out, which is good. What else we got for other current quests and such? Of course, Count of Leyawiin wants us to knock out the Oblivion Gate. No surprise there. Now Weebum Na is a person we need to retrieve, although we also need to get the eye from them. I need to extract his eyeball using my teeth. Okay, not really, but I need to, is it here? So I need to observe Weebum Na and Bijin and hear where they might be storing the eye of Nocturnal. Or whatever it's called. The Eye of Nocturnal. So that's our current focus. It is 9 a.m., so they are most likely up, although I don't know where they are right now. It is my active quest, but they're not on the map right now. It's a good writing for some evil quests, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it so far, for sure. I mean, the questing, the quest stuff just in general for this game, I would say is pretty dang good, honestly. Like, and you know me, I love Morrowind. I love how Morrowind did their quests, but I've been very impressed with this one as well. I'm just gonna be chilling.
What if the trolls eat it?
Shh, there's someone here. Wait until they leave.
Okay, I'm not here. Not being detected. So trolls, they say. Little orphan anti-decoder ring. I hope it tells us to drink more Ovaltine. Yeah, I think I gotta leave. Let's leave, wait an hour, and then jump back in. You don't see nothing. I am still invisible, apparently.
But what if the trolls eat it?
Trolls don't like water. Trolls don't swim. The eye is perfectly safe in Tidewater Cave. So relax.
Thank you for naming the exact place in which it is located. How convenient. Investigate the cave.
But what if a fisherman uses the cave?
No fisherman is going into Tidewater Cave. It's full of trolls. We have to sneak past them, remember?
We should go get it right now.
And have one of your nosy friends snoop around here and steal it? No.
Okay, I think we've heard enough. We know exactly where to go. Well, actually, we don't know exactly where to go, but I think it probably is on our map now. It sure is. So now we have 2 things to knock out outside of town. And we want to knock that out before we turn in Weebum Na to that orc lady. So we've got a few things to strive for. Look at the thumbnail for the Nocturnal person, by the way. A little goblin person. Goblin lad. Or maybe it's a lady, I can't quite remember. But there's other things to do while we're here, I think. Acrobatics training, light armor training, blah, blah, blah. And then there's this. We need to go back to the Arcane University in the Imperial City for that. Blade training. And then this person's house. Let's go check out Whom Gods Annoy. If only they would have said whomst. Hello, fellow thief person.
I don't think I like that.
Yeah, none of them like it when I ask that question. But the good news is we have resolved that instance. Although it's nice though, because we asked multiple people like where she was located and what's the status of the ring. Literally hours, in-game hours before it was stolen. So if another player character NPC was investigating the ring's disappearance, they would easily trace it back to us, but I guess no such issues here.
Please, help me.
What you got, lady? Is that a cool-ass staff, maybe?
These stupid scamps are driving me crazy.
Scamps! Goddamn.
Oh, thank you. I had a feeling buying that Daedric staff would be trouble.
Oh boy, Daedric
Now
staves.
I'm paying
Goddamn.
for it with more than just some gold.
What about the staff? Actually, rumors first.
Sharina is good with a blade.
Cool. Anyway.
A few weeks ago, a spell sword was passing through Leyawiin and heard that I like to buy curiosities. He wanted to sell the staff you see me carrying.
It's on here. It looks very menacing.
I bought it, knowing the value of Daedric relics. In fact, I was a bit suspicious.
Looks like it has little figures on it, little imp figures, if you look closely. There's the head, there's some hands, some legs.
After examining it for a bit, I noticed a small word carved on it in runes. Using a book from my library, I translated it. The word was nonsense. However, when I spoke it and held the staff, 4 scamps suddenly appeared. I thought I was done for. Strangely,
So
they
it summons
all
4
just
scamps
stood
then.
there. It didn't take long before I realized they were following me. I couldn't be seen in town with scamps following, so I decided to discard the staff. I can't explain it, but somehow I can't compel myself to actually let it go.
It's bonded to her
This
soul.
staff is obviously cursed. Now I'm stuck with it.
Where do I fit in? I need you to chop my arms off so I can't carry them
I
anymore.
need you to get over to the Mages Guild and talk to a good friend of mine, Alvis Uvenum. She's the only one in town that I trust. I was able to get a message to
Alvis!
Merlin, but I've yet
And the
to get a
chipmunks.
reply. If I go, then the scamps will follow and my secret will be revealed to all.
Oh, so he's got to talk to her. That doesn't sound too bad.
Alv should be able to help rid me of this staff. We play cards at the Three Sisters often and are old friends.
Old chums.
Seek her advice.
Old pals. What about the scamps?
The beastly little creatures are nasty, smelly, noisy, and wrecking my beautiful house. I must be rid of them. I can't let people know I have scamps in here, or they'll think I've taken to Daedra worship. Try explaining that to the town guard.
Now, woman, are you... I'm a little bit concerned that she's secretly... She says, oh yeah, they're imps. And then we go investigate them and they're just like 4 children. It's like, woman, are you just trying to offload your kids onto me? What the hell?
Alvis is a practiced researcher.
They're wrecking my house. They're shitting all over the floor. It's like, yeah, fucking kids, dude. What do you think? How do you think this is gonna go? Are they in the basement right now? Actually, I'm kind of curious. No, it's locked. Oh, they're right here. Fuck. Hi, dudes. Got little bracers on their wrists. I guess that means they are under her dominion. Can I take one of them with me? Ever scamp. So I guess they never go away. Never ever. Let's go back to the Mages Guild then. In fact, we're... let's see. How far away are we? Should probably using third-person view more. Just because... when I'm like looking for details of things, it makes sense for first person, but third person is still nice too. Trying to remember where we... oh, I think it's on this little corner here. Oh, I think I'm mistaken. Crap, I can't remember where this place is. Like this way? For Daedric imps. I mean, it does sound nice. The issue of not being able to desummon them at will could become a problem eventually, obviously. So I can understand her issue, but from like a just combat strategic perspective, actually sounds kind of nice.
What can I do for you?
Anything else this guy has? There's that other quest, the Mages Guild quest that we have that might involve this guy.
The Mages Guild runs more or less like it always did.
Now the usual bit about necromancy.
Goodbye.
Just looking for Alvis. Or Alves.
Hello, Guild Mage.
Here she is.
Poor Rosentia. She's been trapped in her house for days.
How did you know?
Frankly, the smell gave you away. You must have stepped in.
Oh, that's what that
Let's
was.
just say something that
That
isn't.
crunchy squish.
Just be sure and keep this quiet. If the other mages even knew that I was involved with Rosentia's new guests, I could get kicked out of the guild.
And so too could us, presumably. Well, what do you know about the staff then?
Doing a bit of digging, I'm afraid Rosenti has been stuck with the staff of the Everscamp. Nasty fun by Sheogorath, I'd say.
It does sound like some Sheogorath shit right there.
The only way she can be rid of it is if someone willingly accepts it. It can't be discarded in any other manner.
Oh boy.
No one would buy that thing once it's activated like it's been. The only chance is to return it to its original resting place, Dark Fathom Cave.
That sounds reasonable.
Inside the cave, there's rumored to be a shrine to Sheogorath. That's where the staff can finally be dropped, and the scamps should remain behind. I also learned that the staff makes the owner move much slower than normal. I suppose it's another way the creator upped the annoyance factor. Please, bring Rosentia this information at once. And if you can, help her. I think she's about to crack under the pressure, poor thing.
For scamps, though. Little Daedra Imp friends. There are pluses and minuses. The fact that it lowers your speed is rough.
Oh, yes. Don't bother trying to kill one of them. As soon as you do, another will take its place. It's endless. Quite the curse.
And also, like, if you walk around town with it, I wonder if, like, guards would attack them and or you, or if they would just be chill.
I'm glad she was finally able to get someone over here. I've been gathering all the research I could on her.
Because now I'm tempted to keep it for myself, but I worry about the downsides.
Problems, shall we say.
Or 4 little problems. Or maybe 5 if the 5th one is the staff itself.
Send Rosentia my regards. If there's anything else I can do, please let me know.
She says, anyway, I'm going to mix up some more skooma. Handmade skooma. Delicious. So then I think we are to willingly accept the staff, and then we are then to relinquish it at one place. That one Sheogorath shrine. I don't have to find anything. Yeah, it's like there are some very generous positives, but I fear the unpleasant negatives. And here they are, just following her around like a little lunch line of buddies.
These scamps are making my home smell like a barn.
What do they eat? If they're shitting everywhere, what do they eat? What do you feed a scamp? I guess loose strawberries, and they drink cheap wine. Oh gosh, actually, never mind. I think I've answered my own question. They just scrounge.
You wouldn't come back.
They get the meats.
Oh please, I beg you, take this staff to Dark Fathom Cave and get rid of it and the scamps forever. I can't fight, and who knows what's guarding the shrine? Plus, do you know how dirty caves are? It'll ruin anything I wear.
That might break a fingernail.
Do this for me, and I'll reward you with another one of my curios I picked up a few years ago. A valuable ring. Are you ready?
I was hoping she wasn't gonna name what the prize was gonna be. She's like, I'll reward you with something, smiley face, and it's like a fucking blunt or something. It's like, you know, 20 grams of weed or something. All right, well, let me prepare.
I understand. No need to jump headlong into a dangerous situation. But do hurry. I can only keep it a secret for so long. How am I ever going to get scamp smell out of my fine linens?
Out of my fine linens. My fine John Lennons.
Please consider my proposal. The reward will be worth the risk.
She says, I'll make it worth your while, smiley face. Better be really good weed. So, we have that one. Was there anything else within town? Because I feel like we have a lot of things that involve going out of town now. This one goes out of town. That's in, again, Imperial City, obviously. This one, Imperial City. And in fact, that's, I think, the last thing that was like a recent acquisition. Everything else I think we've had for a while. Yeah. Okay. So, in that case, I'm going to sell some things to make room in my inventory because I've acquired quite a bit of things. I also probably, you know what I might actually do is just go ahead and warp over to a place that does thievering. So I get fence and things. Actually, what I might do is I might just warp to Breville. Do we have a fence in Breville? I actually can't remember. I know we have a person that gives us quests in Breville, Scriva. Does she... Like, is there a place that sells stolen goods, buys stolen goods from us? I don't think so. I don't think that there is. So, in that case, I'll just warp to Bruma. I'll warp to Old Faithful. Old Reliable. Warp to Bruma so we can sell some stolen things. Because I have many stolen things to sell. I'll make the Thieves Guild very happy. Is it either going to be here?
All right then, I'm
Oh,
listening.
everyone is here. Also, something just got exploded.
I've heard that Arentus Falvius
Something just got yeeted, and I think it was... Okay, there's like some blackberries on the ground.
Least of the 9 divines, but they put up with it.
Farewell. Evening.
Seems like that happens very frequently in here. Yeah, there's blackberries on the ground. This happens frequently in this room specifically. I step in here and things just get exploded. Things that are on the table get exploded out. Okay, but not every time, I guess. Apparently everybody in the fucking world is here. Here's Ungar.
Really tired. Yeah, my
Let me just sell you stolen goods while there's all these people
got?
around us. It won't be suspicious, I promise. As I'm just selling hot things to you. As people are watching us and people are dipping blackberries into their mouths as we speak. Of course, we'll sell the stolen things. I'll sell other things if, you know, if you can afford them, like this diamond ring here.
I think I can move.
It's nice because he says we're his favorite customer, but I think he says that to all the large-headed, purple, swollen, bruised tomato lads that he sees. I think he just likes tomatoes. I'd say I blame him. Tomatoes are pretty good. Or amulets. I guess I didn't get a ton of stolen things. Oh, we did get some books though. Lots of bookies.
I think I can move.
So we're up to almost 3,000. You can believe it. Wowzers. Some brandy. That should actually bring us to 3,000. I don't know if there's... I actually don't even know if we need to be fencing more things. I feel like we've probably shot past any other immediate goals that we would have, but... Okay, I guess we might as well kind of while we're at it. And it's nice just having an outlet for stolen things, because for a while we had no opportunities for such a thing. And yes, poisoned apples. I'm trying to remember where we found this. I don't think it was Dark Brotherhood. It was probably it was in a dungeon somewhere. It was in a dungeon somewhere against a bunch of bad guys that were very much trying to attack us. And we just found the poisoned apples. I don't think it was Dark Brotherhood. It was because they were attacking us on sight. Well, it could have been. It could have been. It was obviously before we joined their ranks. I feel like I should hang on to that. That actually could come in handy. Or somehow. I don't know. I don't know what it would be used for, but we'll have it, I suppose. Some of these to sell, of course. So we're going in accounts. You know how it is. We're well over 3,000. Very good. Some nuggets. Delicious.
I think I can move this item for you at that price. Got anything else?
I'll save all those. 13 stolen torches. What the hell, man? God damn. Anything else that I wanted to sell? Pretty much covers it, actually. So we freed up a lot of space, which is nice.
I'm glad that's done.
I need a nap, he says. Same TBH.
How do you do?
They have them in the Dark Brotherhood. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I thought that I acquired the poisoned apples from another dungeon where there were like bad guys that were attacking me on site. It's possible I've unknowingly... Oh gosh. Okay, I thought he was gonna steal something. Oh, he did steal something, and nobody did a damn thing about it. Everyone freaked out, but no one took any action. And now he's going to bed. He's like, I'm gonna steal some cheese and then leave. But anyway, yeah, it's possible maybe I inadvertently fucking wiped out a Dark Brotherhood chapter. Like, that'd be really unpleasant if that was the case. Like how a guard shut up for 5 seconds, then immediately left. He was like, a crime has committed. I don't fucking care, I'm leaving. Yeah, so it is possible though that yes, there might have been a transgression that occurred. This had been weeks ago, like well before we joined, obviously. This would have been a while back. Or it was something else, unrelated. 3 boxes for the cats. Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, boxes for kitty cats to snuggle into. He took a bounty payment. Okay, yeah, because that was a very quick interaction. I mean, you would think he would have his own food back at his own house, but I guess he figured he was just going to do it himself. Just handle it himself at that point. There was one time when we were in Skingrad where we watched a dude, like a named person, go into sneak mode, steal bread from a guard, get caught, and then get killed because he resisted arrest. And then we looted the corpse, obviously, and found his key, went into the guy's house, the guy that died, who tried to steal bread, went to his house and found the guy had a fully stocked kitchen and dining room. So it's like, dude, you had food, man. Why risk it all for something so silly? So ridiculous. But anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and warp back then. I think we have what we need. Get back to business. We have a lot of quests, you know, around the Leyawiin area, so lots of stuff to do. It was the thrill of the hunt, the thrill of the chase for the stolen forbidden, extra tasty bread. I guess bread tastes that much better when it's thieved from somewhere else. It's funny, yeah, the way they do the simulation kinds of things. George, who's he's a friend of Grovana's and CD's and mine. He pops in from time to time, and he is another Elder Scrolls, a very well-versed Elder Scrolls lad. He's actually on the official Bethesda stream team, so he's a licensed Elder Scrolls and Bethesda game expert. And he was telling us in one of his streams that early in development for this game, they apparently had like some very ambitious ideas with how they were going to have AI behave and the kinds of things they were going to do and their wants and their needs. And they were experimenting with ways to she went to bed. Experimenting with ways to like make their wants and needs have different weight values, like different priorities basically. But this was still in progress and experimenting. And the way the legend goes is that there was a point where they had miscalculated some priorities for certain characters, for certain NPCs. And what was happening is that NPCs, say an NPC is a farmer.
I hope you've made the necessary preparations.
I'm ready, I think. Say the NPC is a farmer, and it's like, okay, they wake up, what's the first thing they need to do? First thing they want to do is they get up and they go to the fields and they start farming. They use, you know, rakes and hoes and other things to do farming activities. However, if that farmer doesn't have equipment, then they need to get equipment to do the farming. And if they don't have one, they could buy some. But if they don't have money, then they will attempt to steal. And if they don't have good thieving skills, then it can lead to violence. So what was happening is that in playtesting, they were watching NPCs get out of bed and then like draw their swords and just fucking murder other people in this, like openly in the streets, and then loot their corpses and then go to work. Like it was just happening constantly. They were like, this is ridiculous. So they, you know, they improved it. Did they fix it? Maybe not entirely, as we saw with that one dude, but they made it better.
As soon as you leave, the scamps will thankfully follow. Do be careful.
So,
I don't wish your death on my hands.
as with lots of these things, I haven't independently verified the veracity of the story, but goddamn is it fucking great. So now we have the staff.
I'm sorry I ever laid eyes on that thing.
Now we have inherited the 4-imp sexually transmitted disease.
Not that far from here, but the route may be treacherous. Be careful and
Little buddies, come forth, my children. Like how she pieced out, she was like, fuck this, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. So unfortunately, the staff doesn't have any spells that it casts. It's just a fucking staff. Does it even have a melee attack? Is that what that is? Is that a melee attack? Looks just like a little poking... It does block. Poke and stroke. Well, yeah, not particularly exciting, so I'll stick with my claymore, thank you very much. But they will follow us. Now, the question that I have is, yeah, will this lead to the guards openly attacking us on sight? I would very much expect that, because Daedra are kind of a big no-no. Oh, I forgot about Riot Mode, that's right. And San Andreas, dude. Yeah, that'd be a fun game to come back to. Look at these guys mastering the art of descending downstairs. Look at their little creep and walk cycle. Adorable. I'm gonna save because I just want to see how this works. Also, it said it was supposed to make me slow. I don't feel any slower. I feel pretty fast. Although I'm slow because these fucking dudes are harshing my buzz. They said it's not too far from here. It is not too far from here. They were not wrong. How convenient. Thank God it's not halfway across Cyrodiil. Goddamn. Actually, I do feel kind of slow. Well, story of my life. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Although, can I restore it? That'd be awfully convenient if I could, but I'm gonna assume it's not that easy. $79. Nope. There's no way. There was no way it's gonna be that easy. They're my children. Does it show as a magical effect? That's a good question. It actually probably would. It's probably draining or damaging my speed. Oh. Am I surprised it does not? So it's a script, obviously. Some kind of scripted thing behind the scenes. Hello, I want a guard to see this fucking degenerate shit I'm doing. Look what I'm doing. I'm doing something that's probably dangerous and very illegal. I should get publicly spanked. Preferably in front of an audience of no less than 100. Awfully specific fetish, but it checks out. Look at the little bouncy run. They're so happy. They're like, Daddy's home from work. Yay! They're so excited. Yay. Yes, yes, my children. Tell me about your day, but first I need to sit down and go through some mail. Help your mother with the dishes. Oh god, hold on. If this is what the children... Well, hold on, let's think about this, because... Again, we see this man's face. So this gentleman here would have had relations with another NPC to create these children. We need to find an NPC that is, you know, appropriately fucked up like we are to provide the appropriate gene pool collection. I think it's only fair. Also, there's nobody. Oh, here we go, here we go. Yo, guards, check out this fucking dumb stuff I'm doing.
Yes?
Yes?
Tidewater Cave. I know of it. Down along the southern coast. Nasty place from what I hear. Full of all sorts
The Monster's
of
Dilemma, that's right. Critters, I know about critters. Check out my posse following me.
Isn't teaching alchemy. He spends all of his time.
Yeah, the skim addiction. Right. Come, my children, come meet your best new friend. Well, I'll be damned, they don't give a shit. So now, well, let's fight something. Let's see how it goes. Because to Dan's point, Dan, you might...
Anytime now.
You goddamn genius, you might just be onto something. I want to fight something really horrible. Give me something annoying as fuck. Which is to say, I'm gonna not go into the gate, but I want to look at the gate. Give me something to murder. Here we go. Here's a clan fear. My children. Your father needs protection. Oh, don't tell me they're not gonna do shit. Children, am I gonna have to do all the work around here? Oh my god. I was so hoping they would fight for me, but if they're just gonna fuck around and not attempt to find out... Children, I'm disappointed in you. How many times have I told you that when your father is out adventuring, sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty and commit some kills, commit some murders. I can't expect you to help out around the house or help out with your mother and her dishes or hiding the dead bodies. How should I be expected to keep you assholes around if you won't even help me kill things? They're just children, yeah. Well, that is disappointing. As much as I love having a little posse of homies, if they want fight for me, then this is bupkis. Although in all fairness, it would probably be OP to have infinitely respawning buddies that fight for you. That would get absurd probably quite quickly. Granted, they're imps, which is the lowest of the low, I think. With I think, oh, there they are. With Daedra, but still, man, I was hopeful. Here it is. Yeah, it's just annoying apparently. Like, it is only annoying. That's all this whole thing is. It's just one great annoyance. God damn it. Darn the gosh darn luck. At 15 repair hammers. AMA. Let's jump in, friends. I don't think I have to worry too much about... Oh, look at that. They had a different skin tone. Probably don't have to worry too much about sneaking, but I guess I'll try it. Look at this, where other imps have tread. Or ever scamps specifically. So maybe there's... Wait, that's an ever scamp corpse. Well, it was an ever scamp corpse. Now it's a friend. No, there's... Oh, you were one of my ever scamps. How did you die? He just fell over and then he woke back up. It's like, I'm fine. Just taking a little nap. Little nappy. Little nappy wappy. Now that's terrifying. Apparently we are so close to the Oblivion Gate. It's dug its claws into the walls. We can see from here. So maybe once we vanquish the gate, these talons will go away. Brutal. Or maybe that's just, since it's a Daedra cave, Daedra worshipping cave, maybe that's just how it is, but seems like a kind of an odd case, honestly. So I don't have to worry about the dudes spoiling my cover, as they make no attempts to involve themselves in pedestrian matters like combat. These are like snooty nobleman imps. Like, I don't like to get my hands dirty, Alex. I just like to let you do all the work and me take half the credit, if not all of it. I'm more of an idea imp, all right? I'm more of a project manager imp, okay? I oversee the project and I provide helpful leadership, but I don't really like to get my hands dirty, all right? That's more of a you thing. 48 gold, yes please. More talons. Okay, yeah, now I'm thinking this is less to do with the gate that's, you know, not far from us, but maybe not that close. Maybe this is more to do with the fact that it's a Daedra fun place cave. Daedra happy fun time zone cave. Speaking of Daedra happy fun times, there's a spider booty. Ouch. Boy howdy, this would be a lot easier if I had 4 imp homies backing my ass up, but no! Damaging my speed? Fuck you, my speed was already pretty brain damaged, alright? Last thing I need is more of that shit. Yeah, don't try and heal yourself, just let me smack the crap out of you. That's how it works. Bloop. Are they even with me anymore? Where'd you guys go? I don't think they're following me anymore. I think they've given up. They've abandoned hope. Abandon all imp frenzy who enter. Oh, here they are. You fucking ran all the way around the world, apparently. And made friends with the Storm Atronach. How fitting. Got that sneak attack, although not like it did much for us, obviously. It's dark. Ouch. Can we at least fight somewhere more well illuminated, please? God damn. I wanted opportunities to repair things. Fighting this guy's a great way to do it, because... Ouch. Ouch. Every punch is fucking up my armor. think that guy didn't see me somehow. Whereas I fully would have expected him to through all the scuffles. Sneak skill increase. Yeah, it do. Fuck you. Sneak attack times 1. When you use an unwieldy, quote-unquote, sneak weapon like this, you're not going to be terribly successful on sneak attacks and such. Yeah, get stun locked. Fuck you. Ouch. Awfully dark. Could you, like, make some visual noise or something? So, do something to make some light things happen. It's awfully dark in here. Turn on a lamp. Oop. Oh boy, more friends. You can just kill your summon. In fact, that might be the strat. Or, tactical roll. Tactical roll, please. Oh, my strength got fucked, right. Or my speed got fucked. I don't think I could do the tactical rolls anymore. Or you can't with two-handed weapons, maybe. Because I want to do the thing where I... Oh, now it works. Well, kinda. Oh, God. Maybe you need, like a... Like a clear place to go. Because I was thinking I could, like, roll past him. Because that'd be the one opportunity where the acrobatic skills would be actually kind of nice. Like the forward flip and the side roll, that kind of thing. Man, you were just stun locking me for 1,000 years. Although it works out well because it reflected damage and killed him. But, like, damn, I'd like to be able to swing my sword sometimes. Yeah, so I can do it out here. So you need, like, a lot of open space. You can't just roll past... That's a shame. Because I was thinking I could roll past bad guys in narrow places like this. That's, like, the only time I would ever want to do something like that. Because when it's in a tight place and I want to get around something scary, that's a good opportunity for it. Spider lady. Yep. Tale as old as time. Ouch. That's okay, now I remember. I was talking earlier how, like, there was a time not too long ago when we talked about boobs on stream, and I couldn't remember what the topic was. It is gazing me in the face right now. It's jiggling in front of me as we speak why we were talking about boobs not too long ago. It was not regular boobs, it was spider boobs, specifically. That's what it was. They were jiggling in front of our face this whole time. It jogged my memory. So we got some cool things while we were here, although this, well, I guess this is kind of this was a dead end. I guess it was nice to knock out, but not really necessary. Some extra gold. Stoat says, I can be a legman. That's right. I can. Well, if you're a legman, then Spider Lady has many. We'll just say many things going for her. So you know, we're all proud of Spider Lady. She's doing a great job. Well, okay, I did just kill her, but otherwise, death notwithstanding, she's doing a great job. This is an odd place, right? The way it's just a dead end. I guess it's just a hidden alcove with some extra gear. Yeah, this is once again so menacing. Right, well, there's clearly only one way to go, and I've somehow avoided it. Not really meaning to. Yeah, I guess spiders, you know, spider waifu have a lot going for them because you have the usual waifu properties that are sometimes desirable. Because Well, at least the spider waifu here. They're bountiful. They got the booty. You know they got the fucking dumpy back there, because that's what... I mean, all spiders got the dumpy. So they are well endowed and bountiful, silky, milky, not big mommy milkers, big mommy silkers, I guess we'll call them. But, you know, we got the spider boobs, so, you know, everyone's happy there. But then, like Dan said, you got the legs. So leg lads and leg ladies happy with Spider Lady, so Spider Waifu's got that going for her. If you're into copious eyeballs, spiders have 8 eyeballs. Now, I don't think these have 8 eyes, but maybe they have eyes elsewhere or something. Maybe that's your kink. I don't know. But if you're an eye person, an eyeball fetish, great. What else? What else? They can climb on walls and defy, you know, typical limitations of bipedal movement. So they can climb on ceilings and like, oh, they can hang down. You can do the Spider-Man kiss, the famed upside down Spider-Man kiss. So romantic. And she can unhinge her jaw. Like when she casts spells, she unhinges her jaw. Fellas in the audience, you know what she can do with that mouth. Yeah, she could fucking murder us probably, actually. You'll have many children. You will probably have hundreds. You will have hundreds of children that will all hatch simultaneously, and it'll be a fucking eldritch nightmare. Find the altar and place the staff near it. But first we need to fight for our rights to party. I'm just gonna wait back here. Or you can get past my children. Oh, okay, never mind. Guess I have to murder his children first. I have to murder his children first. Okay, Anakin Skywalker. I can't remember the context. We had a good Anakin Skywalker moment last stream too. So a lot of Anakin discourse for the past couple streams. Ouch! I want to heal, dude. Okay, thanks. Now I can fight. Hopefully I'm hitting you and not my children. Oh, sorry, buddy. Oh, I just fucking chopped his head off. Dude, I cannot reach. There you go. I'm trying to reach you, homie. So I can knock your ass down like that. Yes, sir. That was satisfying. Doesn't feel so good, does it, motherfucker? Getting knocked on your dick like that. Yeah, shit sucks. Look at Atronach back there. Just spinning around like a doofus. Not doing anything useful. But just spinning and trying to be helpful and failing miserably. Hold on, let me rip out the heart of your friend that I just killed in front of you. Alright, now I'm ready to fight. I'm no longer feeling the urge to possess the staff. Yeah, so I think if we tried to drop the staff prematurely, it would have said like, I can't fucking do it. I love this thing. I hate it, but I love it. Now that we're in the dominion, like I'm just stabbing him in the dick, by the way. Now that we're in the dominion of Sheogorath, we can be relinquished from our curse. I'm worried that when I relinquish it, though, they'll turn on me and try to fight me, so I'm trying to get ready. Also, like how this other lad, for a second there, was just letting me do my thing. Whoop up on his homie. He still kind of let me whoop up on his homie, actually. How do you have so much HP? Good lord. My children are helping so much. Ooh, knocked him on his ass. You'd love to see it. Love to see it. I think I'm hitting him. Yeah, it's hard to say. When you knock an Atronach down, they just kind of disintegrate temporarily. Storm Atronach, at least. Most other things you knock down, they keep most of their form, so it's easy to know where to swing. Like I'm just chipping away. Using maybe not the most efficient weapon for an encounter of this flavor. And he's just letting me do it. He's just fucking standing there and taking that shit. Dude's putting up with it very well. Now, you're supposed to respawn. I don't know where your siblings that I accidentally murdered went off to, little children, but don't worry, I'll be joining them soon. It'll all be over soon, my children. So here's the man himself, the sneaky bardic lad who's apparently like kind of evil and just a jokester. Like he's kind of evil, but bro, he's just kind of fucked up and weird more than anything. Like some Daedra are like, oh yeah, that person's fucked. Like Daedra gods and goddesses. Like some are just, yeah, that dude is got some shit going down. Others are like, gray area. Like, I think Meridia is a gray area one, because she likes to make undead things go away, and necromancers and shit, and that's like, that's pretty good. But there's other things that she's not good about, so, you know. Stoats has got something for us. Ooh, what could this entail? Staff near the altar. They seem pleased with their new home, and best of all, they've stopped following me. We're all set. There it is. Oh, look at that. We placed it perfectly on a little pedestal. If somebody else were to ever make the mistake of dashing away with this thing, then let this be their curse to deal with. Imps are happy. I'm happy. Better pizza, better ingredients, Papa John's. Can't really argue there. Ooh, and Dan's got a video. Let's do this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head outside. We're going to warp back. I'm going to turn in the quest, and then I think we will adjourn for the evening, and then we shall watch this cool video, courtesy of Mr. Dan the Man. Not traditional, but it is fun nonetheless. That's perfect. We'll have that as part of our outro as we're wrapping things up and looking for raid targets. Sounds nice and fun. Especially if there's like a music video for it, if there's like a visual component. I'm free of the ever scamps. I kept calling them imps, but I realized imps are separate from scamps. Imps are the little winged lads. Scamps are those little dudes. It's got the Stoat says, I got the goods, man. Don't you worry. Stoat says that I expect this to be very representative of the Stoat's experience. Look at that. We broke through both of our stolen hammers and we're back up to full. I think I started with 16 and I just went through 5 of them. So I just burned through 5 hammers in one sitting. Worth it. Very worth. And she is now allowed to leave her house because she's no longer stricken with the scamp curse. So she could be out and about, but it is 7:48, so she's probably wrapping things up. Rosenchia. All right, lady. Hope you've cleaned up the piles of shit everywhere. You've done it. Hope you've cleaned up the piles of scamp pies that were laid all around your house and bathtub and bed. Lord knows. I had childhood friends that had ferrets. I had childhood friends that had, other various small animals that sometimes had unique scents to them, but can't imagine a large creature like that. But that's okay though, because we saved, we're in good shape, we've done a lot of things tonight, a lot of side quests, and explored the rest of Leyawiin and all of its trappings. We'll do more extra Leyawiin quests next time, as well as probably the Oblivion Gate. And then we'll probably do Dark Brotherhood stuff in the Imperial City, then we'll probably go back to Skingrad, do their Oblivion Gate, and then it's all back to all back to Bruma. All eyes on Bruma.